So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our Black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings, and most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you.
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
My man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch toes. Pound town, just left pound town. Put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga. Oh, yeah.
See my man.
I put your pink, my booty hole brown. What a niggas, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Labor Day weekend. Happy Saturday. Happy birthday. Hey there, besties. Shout out to y'all. We are up in this biatch on a daggone Saturday morning where it looked like it's going to rain. It's not too hot outside, but it's not too chilly outside. And I've already been out. I done already exercised. I done already been to Dollar General. I've had a full day already. Now I'm here to sit here with y'all for a couple hours. Listen, I got to cut it off though, y'all, or I will be here all day. I cannot stop finding freaking stories, not necessarily with regard to eviction and your rent being due, even though there's plenty of that, but crime, because crime is down, y'all. Never forget. Crime is down. Joe Biden said so. The colors agreed. So that's all that matters. So I will continue to show and prove how well crime is actually down. But today we got to get with the evictions because we already know the housing market is wonderful. Housing, rentals, everything is great. Now that it's an election season, people want to go ahead and just go buy an AKA sworn in by a DST on MLK Day. Everybody then seemingly forgot about the housing crisis and people getting evicted. The rent's going up like crazy. You got to make 10 times the amount of money in order to qualify. Or if the government has opened up Section 8, it's only opened up for 20 years. It's opened up for 20 minutes in order for you to be on the waiting list to wait for 20 years. And then hopefully by the time you're 80, you can get on the daggone Section 8, get yourself a home, and then be mad about everything that happens there. Shout out to Nightja. Shout out to Nightja. Yo, I just realized I don't think I have anything on New York today, but that's okay, child, because I'll be looking while we be watching the videos anyway. But before we get to the eviction, I got to give you some updates of what's going on out here in these streets because people try to act like they don't see. And even when they do see, and shout out to everybody that is here, but y'all already know I'm talking to you colored. Shout out to the coloreds up in here, up in here. Why do you say that? Why do you use that word? You don't know the connotations. F you. Get your kids to stop using the N-word and then talk to me. Until then, you can kiss my cheeks, okay? I don't give a damn. And make sure you tell the NAACP to change it in the NAACP. And until you get them to do it, I'ma say it. Get them in California to not have the ebony alert. Y'all be fake outraged, and I ain't trying to hear none of that, all right? I don't give a damn. Take your sensitive ass on where you like it. Because if you don't like it, if you don't like what you hear, go on somewhere else. Like my friend, my girl, take heed to the message says, scroll the fuck up. All right. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. Shout out to my girl, our girl, Almond Eyes. Almond Eyes, I know you know today is 2 for 10 or 4 for 20. Y'all, if you know, you know. I know my girl knows. She said, hey, y'all, happy your rent is due Saturday. That's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, hon. Everybody, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Let us get some updates. All right. I kind of shortened the intro today because we got things we got to talk about and we need to get right to it. So let me go ahead and share the screen, y'all. Shout out to everybody who is here. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button. Here we go. Oh my God, I did. Oh, I can't stand it either. Do not tell TQS I said that either, but child, I'd rather say that than say, so that's why I say that. That's the only time. Shout out to Jay Gray. You ain't shit. Y'all don't forget nothing. Y'all don't forget nothing. Shout out to Almond Eyes. I'm at the hospital with Granddaddy. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And it's one across the street. See, I told you she would know. Shout out to our girl, Almond Eyes. Prayers to Granddaddy. I hope all is well. Okay. Oh, yeah. I need y'all to, if you haven't, please make sure you subscribe to Miss Michonne Reacts. I'm trying to get things popping over there. All right. Everything Tiffany Henyard will still be here on Messy Michonne Live for sure. Videos, excerpts, all that type stuff. But I'm going to do more pre-recorded videos on Miss Michonne Reacts. All right. So again, thank you all for being here. Shout out to Saturday, Labor Day weekend. Thank you for spending some of your holiday with me. Oh, Lord. The Snow Bunny is here. Poor non-membership having Snow Bunny Celine is here. Happy Labor Day weekend, hon. She says the membership don't work the same for her. Y'all, poor Celine can't catch a membership to save her daggone life. I don't know what to tell you, child. I don't know what to tell you. So we going to Baltimore. Y'all know that's where Doogie at. Shout out to Doog. Judge allows Mosby to travel to California for job prospects, seeks other travel approvers. So you know who Mosby is. Mosby is the one that lied during the pandemic, and she was the prosecutor in Baltimore. Then she got caught because she was lying. She slid some money to the husband. The husband slid it to her. They lied and said it was a gift. All this dumb stuff that was unnecessary for people who have money, right? Allegedly, anyway. Then she got convicted. All the colors said it's not right, it's not fair. Now notice they will cut for their rich ass friends, but for y'all, this is what you get. AKA sworn in by a DST on MLK Day, and y'all supposed to be happy about it. All right? Don't forget that. But Marilyn Mosby, who was on home confinement because she got kids, okay? No jail time for her. And I'm not saying she should have went to jail, but the reason for she got kids, okay? And the crime was not that important. Remember, everybody came out for Marilyn. Anybody gonna come out for y'all? Everybody came out for Marilyn. Ben Crump, Angela Rye, all of them came out for her defense for something that she actually effing did. She get to stay at home for a year with her kids, who came out and was crying on TV too. But she gets to go out of town, child. How that work? Where they do that at? But it's white supremacy, racism, discrimination that's keeping you colors back, right? All right, just want to make sure that we got it all clear, okay? See, and the folks over at Fox 45 that be doing the real reporting. So it sounds like she was out at a cookout, basically, they just said, and now she need to go have a speaking engagement. Who the fuck is hiring her to come and speak, and then she gets paid for it? And if your ass is supposed to be arrested, you're at home on home confinement, your ass ain't going no damn where. Hold on. So you're going for, hold on. Let me back it up. I know they said training and whatever, but they're going to then make a decision on whether they're going to give her a job or not.
Training and orientation.
Don't you have the job when you have training and orientation? Somebody lying up in here. Let me rewind a little bit more. But when I get a job, I do the training and orientation after, because I'm already hired. So if she already has the job, then why does she need to travel in order to decide whether they're going to give it a job? And child, how many people are working from home? Even though it might be 1 to 2 days a week, you telling me that her ass couldn't do all this at home or have the interview at home, which obviously she did. Child, they be lying. Not Fox 45. Pause. I let it play as long as I possibly could. We seeing this together. I have not watched this. This actually just came up when I was getting ready this morning. And so Marilyn out here living her best life. Marilyn is out here living her best life. Remember when she was about to be sentenced and she was so sad and her doe eyes was like, oh my God, I got kids, I got a family, I got this, I got that. Remember that? And remember Angela Rye? It would be a travesty. This black woman. Remember how they sit in your face and talk about white supremacy, discrimination, and racism keeping you down, redlining and everything else, all the things that just keep you down. You, not them, you coloreds that ain't got shit, ain't gonna get shit, because you know, white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, while she jet setting all over the GD world, and the judge, whoever this is, I gotta find the name and look her out, because I have a pretty good sneaking suspicion who she probably is, not who she is, but what she looks like, is allowing all this to happen. Now, would this happen for you? Would this happen in your case? If something should happen to you and your family, would you get all these permissions? And then as soon as you didn't get it or someone else doesn't get it, they'll say that it's racist, it's white people. Like, I'm gonna need people to act like they got some common GD sense around here. All this bullshit that they keep your head all riled up with, everybody's fucking keeping you down. I done already started. Sorry, y'all. Somebody's keeping your black asses down. Marilyn look like she having a good time. Hey, girl. Everybody having a good old time, making money, traveling, and all this time that she ain't in the state. Do you think they're going to calculate those days and put it at the end of the sentence to make sure she in the house? I promise you they not. So if these motherfuckers don't have to follow the rules, what is the fucking incentive? Why does anybody else have to do it? Bueller. If these MFers don't have to follow the rules, then why the hell does anyone else? Where do we live right now? Yo, where the fuck do we live right now? This is half damn crazy. I know somebody will say, but white people do it too. I'm not white. And they'll be telling y'all about the fucking shout out to Hania. We living in Narnia, right? They'll be talking to you about the wealth black gap, the black child, you know what I'm talking about, the money gap. They'll be talking about the money gap, and you can't get a house because of racism, and you can't get a job because of racism, and you can't do this because of white people. There's all this stuff that you can't do. Ninjas, coloreds, ebonies, blacks, you can't do it. They playing in your face. These are your people, y'all. Shout out to everybody who is here. I'm talking to the coloreds. These are your people, y'all. These are the people that are down for you. These are the people that care about you. These are the people that say Kamala is going to do for you. Okay. And you got all the boo. I promise you that this lady is in a sorority. I promise you she is. I don't know what it is, and I'm not looking. I don't care. I just have a feeling she's in a sorority as well, as is Angela Rye. They probably all AKAs, and they gonna help each other no matter what. But you coloreds, the middle class, fuck y'all. You heard?
Yes, I speaking to you. Must he tether where you fleeing to? Must he tether? Yes, I'm speaking to you. Must he tether where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
Shout out to SMD in the building. Thank you so much, honey. I see you. I appreciate you. He said, good morning, Miss Shawn. I'm paying my $5 rent before the first, so I will not face eviction. You're a good landlord. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, hon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always, always, always good to see you. Shout out to EJ up in here. I see you, hon. Thank you so much. He said, I'm a black woman, and I'ma tell you. You already know. I'm going to tell it all. Okay? Because this is already stupid. See, this is why I had to cut it. Because
Mackenzie Frost.
shout out to Mackenzie and Fox 45. And really quickly, I went ahead and looked up what I already knew. So what y'all think? This is the judge that is ensuring that Marilyn Mosby can travel wherever the fuck she wants. And she can go to the barbecues, even though she was supposed to be going home with the kids. And I promise you, she in a sorority too. But listen to all the sorority, the boule, the fraternities, and what they want you to do. And Donald Trump is the big bad wolf, and Kamala is black, and you better because of MLK Day, DST, and AKA. Child, it don't take long and much to take a look. While they over there on Shade Room or one of them dumbass places, putting up a comment that Donald Trump said about Byron Donaldson, I think his last name is. And he said, I don't know, basically look at my African-American over there and all the comments. Y'all better, what all y'all got to say now? All y'all Trump supporters, what you gonna say now? What you doing now? What y'all doing about this? But this is okay, right? But what people do it too. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Let me tell y'all something. The normal people, all right? Shout out to Blade Daywalker, who I know is not middle class. He well above us. Dr. G, well above us. And maybe some of you here. But most of us are middle class. They do not give one damn about none of us. That would be Donald Trump. That would be Kamala Harris. And that would be Roland, Ricky, DL. None of those black millionaires. None of those black millionaires who didn't have anything handed to them going to tell you what you need to do because you black, they black, we black. That's it. That's all. Keep listening to them. Keep listening to them while they playing in your face are a phrase that we will be taking into 2025 because every time the playing happens, I'm going to bring it to you. Every time that the play happens, we going to talk about it and we going to laugh because all of those people that's waiting for this magical thing that's going to happen for your punk asses, not y'all, and it don't happen. And then you whine and complain and say it's not right, it's not fair. We're going to laugh in your motherfucking face, okay? Because this is half damn crazy. She's just gonna blatantly go and do this. But then they're sitting up here telling you about Project 2025, y'all. Don't forget that they're telling you about Project 2025, where they're trying to put judges in place. This is what they're saying in order to bring us back to slavery times. The most dumbest shit. But this is okay. Because as long as your community, not y'all, but enough people's community got Pugna, Dargis, and DeMarcus up in there, taking your asses out, terrorizing your neighborhoods, and now you got Venezuelan gangs terrorizing your neighborhoods. As long as it's an AKA being sworn in by a DST on MLK Day, then none of that matters, all right? Moving on, child. Moving on. Where are we going to? Speaking of migrant takeovers, let's see what Fox has to say. Governor, we looked at the mayor the other day. This one is titled, Governor Dismisses Armed Gang Takeover as a Figment of Imagination.
We have more from the mayor of Aurora. He's concerned that someone is funding these apartment takeovers. Watch this.
Somebody put them there and somebody funded it.
whether it's federal government or not. We're trying to find out who these gangs apparently are attracted to where there's a concentration of Venezuelan migrants. And so they've in fact have kind of pushed out the property management through intimidation and then collected the rents. Arrests have been made, but these operations are still ongoing.
So in other words, they sought out where their own were. They ran up in that bitch like they was going into the Carter. Shout out to those that know. And now they're collecting rents. But it's all a figment of your imagination. And some will say, but that's them. It's, I guess you call them Hispanics. They're Hispanics. You think it can't happen anywhere else? Do you hear Cam talking about any of it? Because it's her fault that all these people are here. I don't care what none of y'all say. You can try to act like we didn't see and hear her being the borders are, and she didn't do shit about it. As we sat there and we watched them all come in from the beginning. And now we want to act like that wasn't the truth. Okay. You might be stupid, not y'all, but we ain't stupid. Okay. Keep on listening to these people. Keep on. While they all focusing on Donald and Kamala, which is crazy, okay? Your governors and your mayor said, fuck you. Shout out to Brand, shout out to Duke, shout out to Tiff, and shout out to this jackass.
Collecting the rent, good Lord. Danielle Jurinsky is a city council member in Aurora, and she joins me now. Danielle, a spokesperson for the governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, he's dismissing you. They say this is all a figment of your imagination. Would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, I just would ask him, is this also a figment of the Romero's imagination and all of the other folks that I've spoken to at these complexes and that I've physically moved out? This is one heck of an imagination.
What are you going to do about this?
Well, what I've been able to do so far is bring this much attention to it. And I plan to continue to bring this kind of attention to it until this is addressed. I'm not going to sit back and let this be downplayed and let this be ignored. The governor can attack me all he wants, but I am going to continue to expose this, and I will continue to go into these buildings, and I will get as many people out as I can.
You got to get people out. What about the people who are barging their way into these apartments? What are you going to do about them? Can we arrest them?
So I don't know why he's coming for her, because she's the lady from yesterday. I think we watched the video where she got the white lady out. This is not even her responsibility, and she's doing more than the fucking governor and the mayor put together. So I don't know why he's pressing her like she's supposed to solve this problem. The freaking residents of Aurora and Colorado need to do something about it before it gets any worse, even though it's already worse, but it's a figment of everybody's imagination. It's the media. 1 minute the media is all right about everything when it's bullshit, but then when they finally do some investigating, and shout out to Fox 45, because they, in my opinion, are the best people as far as we've seen that are doing the damn real work of investigating. You want it whenever it's good for you, then it's fine. When it's not, then it's wrong. One thing Donald Trump has said that is absolutely true, and I can't believe that he was right so long ago, is that the media is fake. Fake news, fake media is bullshit. It's bullshit. And it gets worse and worse and worse. And people just don't see it, I guess. I don't understand. This man, this host, whoever this dude is pressing this woman. She might be a council person or something, but she can only do so much. She didn't got one family out, so she's supposed to give up her whole life and do what? Where's the fucking mayor and the governor to say, let's do something about it? Another punk ass governor. Shout out to Fred Flintstone.
Them in some way?
Well, I think that's where we need the help of our state and federal partners. I mean, this is way beyond any one local law enforcement dealing with this. This gang is here. They have spread out. They have taken over multiple apartment complexes. This is not just in Aurora. And we need a group effort here.
Who's to blame, in your opinion?
Well, the blame starts at the southern border. I mean, first and foremost, we need to shut down our southern border, and we need to put...
So other words, Kamala? Shout out to Decline Management in the building. So this guy is a financier for Fox. But why? They just needed somebody to talk about this, I guess. I guess they want to come from the monetary aspect of it. I guess that's why he was asking who's funding it. All right, well, then that kind of makes sense. But still, I feel like he's pressing her too daggone much. There's only so much she's making. This is the woman who's been making the news about this. So people are finding out, and then you get shut down by the damn mayor and the governor like it's a figment of your imagination. That's crazy.
Policies in place that are vetting these people. And then beyond that, you can look at our state. Our governor has made our state a sanctuary state here in Colorado. And the mayor of Denver, they hung a banner on the Denver City Hall that said, "We love migrants." Well, we...
I can't take it. I can't take it. Where do we live? Where do we live?
We love migrants too, but can we vet them? I mean, these people are coming in. They have hundreds of guns. They are running whatever kind of operations they are running. And somebody needs to step in here at the federal level and the state level.
I want to go back to how the residents of some of these apartment buildings actually feel about it and what they're going through. Just watch this for a second.
Every day when we come home, we have to do this. Every time we go outside to take out the garbage, every time we try to go to bed at night, we have to keep it like this so nobody can kick in the door.
It's come to that. 5 locks on the door. Last word to you.
That is one of the folks that I was able to move out the other day, and it is horrifying to see firsthand. And I hope that nobody is listening to our governor. This is not a figment of anyone's imagination. This is very serious. This is very real, and it will spread out quickly across this country if it is not addressed.
Councilwoman Danielle Jurinsky.
Thank you, Councilwoman, whatever your name is. If it's not addressed, then it will spread out. Not that it already hasn't. I mean, come on now. Anyway, so I didn't know. Shout out to whoever just said this in the chat. Fat Man Scoop is dead at 50-3. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Fat Man Scoop transported to a hospital after having a medical emergency on stage. Lord.
We begin with breaking news at this hour. A scary situation for concert goers, seeing rapper Isaac Freeman, also known as Fat Man Scoop, in Hamden.
News 8's Bob Wilson is live at Hamden Town Center Park with what happened tonight. Bob, a scary situation indeed.
A very scary situation. Right now, they've broken it down. The crowd has dispersed, but take a look at what it looked like. This is video from Facebook. A couple viewers sent us in, and it's amazing to see the large crowds, a lot of exciting people out there, just enjoying the show, a good vibe. And then somewhere around 8:30, we're told, a Fat Man Scoop was rapping, and then he just went down, collapsed. And then you see him, and there's another video of him being taken backstage, and he's kind of behind the DJ booth. There's a big screen up there, and you can see them doing chest compression, CPR on him, while the medical paramedics were called. And there was a circle around him, and they were saying a prayer. They were praying over him as they were working on him, and then paramedics took him to the hospital. The mayor has posted on social media saying he did collapse. They do not know his outcome at this point, but he was taken to the hospital. We're going to stay on this story for you as they continue to break down the stage. We'll continue to get a medical update as soon as it becomes available. But right now, they've been praying for Fat Man Scoop as he was taken to the hospital, collapsed during this free concert series. I'm Bob Wilson reporting live in Hamden.
Oh my God. Rapper Fat Man Scoop died after he collapsed mid-performance during a free concert in Connecticut Friday night. He was 53. The New York-born artist, whose real name is Isaac Freeman III, was headlining the Green and Gold Party in Hamden when he suffered a medical emergency. Video posted to social media captured the shirtless Fat Man Scoop hyping up the crowd at Town Center Park as he stepped up to the DJ booth's platform and collapsed. Wow, out of the audience's view. Wow, he must have felt something if he went up there. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. People could be seen performing chest compressions behind the screen of the DJ set as other performers on stage led the crowd in prayer, according to the video and multiple reports. Authorities were called to the park at 8:33 p.m. According to TMZ, he was advertised to start his concert at 7:15. Excuse me. Fat Man Scoop was stretchered off the stage and transported to a local hospital. The park is located 6 miles north of New Haven. The rapper was scheduled to perform at the event last month before inclement weather forced the August rain date. Wow. Hamden Mayor Lauren Garrett confirmed Fat Man Scoop experienced a medical emergency before being transported to a hospital by ambulance. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers, Garrett posted. Fat Man is best known for his 90s club favorite, Be Faithful, featured on Missy's Lose Control. Just was listening to that in the car today. Rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop, child. Sheesh. 50 fucking 3. Whew. Hold on a second, y'all. Lord. All right, this is the same thing. My husband just sent me a text. It's the same thing. All righty. Rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord. Was not expecting that, y'all. Was not expecting that. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Lord have mercy.
You got on y'all breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook.
Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Booty, thighs. All right. So we're moving on, y'all. We're moving on. We will get back to that as soon as we know more. I'm sure there'll be more to come. Rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop. Shout out to Dexter Matthews. Thank you so much, Hannah. I appreciate your support. He said Boule moves. Yeah, basically, in reference to what we were talking about before Fat Man Scoop, or before Colorado. With Roland. Shout out to you, hun. Shout out to Jay Gray. Thank you, honey. Said, wow, Fat Man Scoop was just on Single by Choices. He was on Single by Choice? Oh, wow. Shout out to them for that. Shout out to Single by Choice. All right. We're moving on. Speaking of Colorado, Aurora shopping centers face fear of closure as crime continues to get worse. Anybody from, I know somebody said they were from Chicago or used to live in Chicago. Colorado. Anybody live in Colorado now? Anyone live in Colorado right now? Let us know what you know.
It's a shopping district where some people are now afraid to go. And no matter how many police are around, it's not getting any safer. The trouble was originally centered around a Walmart in Aurora. That store ended up closing because of that. And now those thieves and other criminals just moved down the street, setting their sights on a nearby Target. The spot we're talking about is in the area of Colfax and Havana. Mayor Mike Kaufman says this section of Aurora is a priority, both in the near future and long term. Tori Mason, you're a reporter in Aurora and has been following this troubling situation.
Nobody wants to stop at these shops no more.
Store owners feel safer disguised, despite the city saying there's improvement at.
I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to visit anyway. Did we see the store already? This looks a mess. I wouldn't be wanting to visit it already.
Nobody wants to stop at these shops no more.
Store owners feel safer disguised, despite the city saying there's improvement at Colfax and Havana.
Police officers pass here like 3-4 times a day, and they don't stop.
Mayor Mike Kaufman told them help is coming with better recruitment. But
there you go. That's who is not giving one damn about what's going on in that apartment complex, and clearly not what's going on at this shopping complex.
Help is coming with better recruitment, but many told him things have only gotten worse.
The mayor doesn't want nobody to know the truth, what is happening out here, and the people need to know the truth.
The mayor says police out here 24/7 still wouldn't fix the problem. He visited these businesses with officers last week, and they saw a drug deal happen right in front of them. There's one happening in this alley right now.
Private security interrupted.
The patrol car leaves, people come right back to what they were doing.
The mayor says incoming chief
Sir, you're the damn mayor.
Todd Chamberlain has the right experience for these issues. Owners challenge Kaufman to see them for himself.
We want you to come up with us and walk the area at night without police officers to see what this really looks like. And it was awful.
The summer safety plan continues, but for real change, Kaufman says the corridor must be redeveloped.
It will never come back as retail. There has to be a residential component to it.
He says multifamily homes and apartments will mean more eyes on the street. It's already happening on Colfax further east. The challenge, gentrification.
I think as long as we can stabilize the area, I think they're going to be fine.
Rents already increasing.
A lot of people left already.
Owners wonder if they'll even survive their own pleas for safer streets.
To them in their eyes, it looks good. They're losing everything out here.
In Aurora, I'm Tori.
Y'all ain't nothing about none of that looking good. This is your what is it? Government at work. Government at work, child. Government at work. But you thought that was it, child. Colorado is about to be on our list. Cleanup underway at Complex. Days after residents evicted from other location managed by same company.
I'm Michelle Griego.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Brian Flores. Thank you so much for joining us. It's now been a little more than a week since residents of the Fitzsimmons Apartments in Aurora were kicked out of their homes. Now, the city of Aurora closed down that complex due to unlivable conditions. The apartments are located near 16th and Nome, just north of Colfax. The city also says its efforts to work with property management went nowhere, and they had to condemn the building.
Now cleanup begins for another complex managed by the same company. Your reporter Kennedy Cook is joining us in Aurora. And Kennedy, the city has a lot of trash to clean up in that area.
Yeah, Michelle, emphasis on a lot of trash. We showed up here at 12th and Dallas at about 8:30 this morning at
Child, this looked like the damn complex where the Venezuelans was taking over.
At that same time, landscapers and crews showed up as well. I want you guys to take a look at the trash they're cleaning up and know that they are about 50% done with the trash. It was a lot more pile of trash that included beds and bed frames, food, and landscapers are also here getting the outdoor landscape together. Now, people here tell us loud music playing early into the morning and gunshots are some of the major concerns at the apartments at 12th and Dallas. The giant trash of piles are another issue, and this property is managed by the same company as the Fitzsimmons apartment on Nome Street. Earlier this month, residents were forced to leave when the city deemed the building unlivable. Now, the city is cleaning up the trash and landscaping here at 12th and Dallas because it's reached a point where it's become unsanitary.
And now gunshots have erupted on the block, and just last week, the gunfight just erupted. I mean, you could hear about 20 to 30 gunshots.
Now, the city plans to bill the property owners for the cost of the cleanup. And unlike the Fitzsimmons apartment, we know that this won't affect the residents living here. But again, as you can see behind me, lots of trash there. Photojournalist Eddie Castro.
This won't affect the residents that live here. So y'all, anyway, child.
Has just been looking for rats out there. Hopefully we don't see any. The smell isn't great out here either.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Good luck to this reporter, lady child. She said, I'm looking out for rats. What in the effing child?
But again, we're hoping that this won't impact those individuals actually living inside of the apartments. Live in Aurora, I'm your reporter, Kennedy Cook, covering Colorado.
Shout out to Kennedy Cook, child. Be careful, child, because that sounds half damn crazy. I can't do it. Moving on, child. Moving on. We might as well start the eviction process, child. Mom of 9 in California facing eviction after a pipe explosion. Girl, what is going on?
It is a difficult situation, and that landlord was caught on video telling that mother that he will make her life miserable if she doesn't move out.
You want the $2,500? You got to move out.
A Huntington Park landlord is caught on cell phone video telling this woman,
I'm going to make your life miserable.
And I got just evicted for no reason. No reason. I've always paid my rent on time. It's in there.
Lucina Rangel says the trouble started on August 12th when a pipe on the second floor of her home burst and caused major damage. Ooh. Lucina says she notified the landlord immediately.
I've been living with water damage, rats, and he's never put a single cent because I take care of everything in this house.
On August 25th, Lucina was given this lease termination letter.
Negligence, accumulated trash, destroying the property, damages to property, created unhealthy conditions, didn't notify the landlord of a water leak. This is a mess. This is a mess, child. And she got 9 kids. He let you, whoo, I'm not bringing in nobody with 9 kids, child. I'm just not going to be able to do it.
It's in there.
Lucina Rangel says the trouble started on August 12th when a pipe on the second floor of her home burst and caused major damage. Lucina says she notified the landlord immediately.
I've been living with water damage, rats, and he's never put a single cent because I've taken care of everything in this house.
On August 25th, Lucina was given this lease termination letter that states the reason for the eviction. Negligence, accumulated trash, destroying the property, damages to property created unhealthy conditions, didn't notify the landlord of water leak. You called him to let him know there was a leak, correct?
Well, there was always water damage. He was always promising to.
You sound like a politician. You did not answer the question. And if he didn't answer you, I do believe that the lease probably says, or the landlord-tenant agreement probably says that you can put your issue in writing, make sure it's certified, and then if it doesn't get taken care of, then you can save the rent, not pay him, put it in the daggone bank. But y'all, what do I know? I don't know nothing, child. I don't know nothing.
Or leak. You called him to let him know there was a leak, correct?
Well, there was always water damage. He was always promising that he was going to get everything repiped. He called like 4 different plumbers, but he was just tricking us just so we could keep on paying more rent.
When the 4.4 magnitude earthquake struck near Highland Park on August 12th, the small leak turned into a swamp when the pipe exploded.
It was raining in my kitchen, my laundry room, my bottom bathroom, because I have 2 floors.
Does anyone talk about renter's insurance? Child, I know that's just crazy talk. My bad. I wonder if she has renter's insurance. Just a thought. I feel like nobody ever talks about that part. That part, like Big Tiff says, that part, okay? Shout out to Pookie's friend Ray up in here. Always good to see you, hon. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. He says the diet don't work. We over here trying to find some empathy and sympathy, and here you come with the diet don't work the same. I don't know if that matters in this case, but
the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Shout out to Pookie's friend Ray. Shout out to everyone who is here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Says she notified the landlord on August 13th, but he didn't come around until 9 days later.
And he told me that that he was terminating my lease because I caused property damage to the building because I did not warn them with time.
We spoke with a landlord who told us he wants Lucina out of his property because, quote, she trashed the place, unquote.
He's lying. I've taken care of his house.
Lucina, a mother of 9, feels lost and uncertain about her future. She suspects the landlord is promising to make her life miserable until she leaves because he wants to bring in a tenant who can afford higher rent.
Do you think, I know I'm so wrong, do you think that her husband can help her? I'm sorry. What about that daddies? Can they come and do anything? Can they make any repairs? Can they come and before listen, I think that was the earthquake that I was watching TD Media, I think is the name of his channel. And he was on live stream and he started shaking and he was like, there was an earthquake. I wonder if it was that earthquake because that was crazy to watch. I don't know how people live in California. Shout out to y'all for doing it.
This is the landlord again, caught on cell phone video. He's talking to Lucina.
Huntington Park is not the rent control. I can increase it as much as I want.
Him saying he can increase the rent is not against the law. Now, it don't sound good for him to say, I'm going to make your life a living hell. But when he said $2,500, and this is not me defending him because the odds are he probably ain't doing shit. But 9 people in a place can destroy it pretty badly. Hell, 4 people, 2 adults and 2 children. Kids destroy places. I don't care what nobody says. I've seen them do it. Especially if they're young and ain't nobody controlling them and you don't own anything. You definitely don't care, because when people move in when it comes to rent, they don't think about the end when they want their security deposit back. So it sounds like she must have paid $2,500 and she wants the security deposit back. With all that, what's going on? Even if you take out the burst pipe, she ain't getting that money back. I promise you, she's not giving that money back. But what do I know? That's basically it, child. Moving on. Let's go to, where is this? Katoot, Portland. Oh, we ain't been to Portland in a while. Woman living in trailer in Southeast Portland says neighbors want her gone. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, it's certainly a complaint we hear often these days, the homeless setting up camp right in the middle of neighborhoods.
In tonight's City Crisis Report, a homeless woman says the neighbors are making her life miserable. I went out to the neighborhood to find out what's happening. It's a festering divide between housed neighbors and those who live on the streets.
Hell fucking no. Hell no. 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 What is going on here? Where do we live? Where are we living right now? Shout out to RBN up in here. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, honey. Says 9 kids and how many fathers that can't help. This is strong. RBN. Oh my God. This is strong, independent, and I don't need no man at work. Damn shame. Strong, independent. I don't need a man. Strong, independent. I don't need a man. Woo! RBN, you ain't shit.
Okay, which one is it in?
In one Southeast Portland neighborhood, it's on full display.
Yeah, I stay here. So, yeah, that's when I say I'm coming.
Girl, wait, you're the one in the trailer and you... Wait. Pause. Back it on up. I'm sorry, y'all. What is going on?
Well, it's certainly a complaint we hear often these days, the homeless setting up camp right in the middle of neighborhoods.
In tonight's City Crisis Report, a homeless woman says the neighbors are making her life miserable.
The homeless woman... I did not listen. I apologize. The homeless woman said the neighbor... Ma'am, they're not your neighbor. What is going on? Oh my God, where are we living right now? The neighbors said that you need to get the F out. Ma'am, look at your shit. You do, girl, if you don't go to a Walmart parking lot and sit your punk ass down somewhere with this shit that looks like shit, it looks like it's probably got rats in the shit.
I went out to the neighborhood to find out what's happening. It's a festering divide between housed neighbors and those who live on the streets.
Okay, which one is it in?
In one Southeast Portland neighborhood, it's on full display.
Yeah, I stay here. So, yeah, that's when I say I'm coming home. This is where I come to. So, yeah, I'm part of the neighborhood. I'm a neighbor.
This is Samantha.
Come here. Come see Mama.
She lives in this trailer with her 2 cats right on the street corner.
Hi. Hey, Mommy Bobby.
It's a quiet neighborhood, aside from the occasional coyote appearance.
Is that a coyote?
Yes,
What in the world?
Sure, watch your cat.
Yeah.
Oh!
Samantha has been parked here with the trailer and 2 other vehicles for about 5 months. She claims from the get-go, some neighbors have made it clear she's not welcome.
And somebody came up to my door and...
Ma'am, you're not welcome. Ma'am, you are not welcome. I don't blame. What property taxes do you pay, ma'am? I'm sorry. What taxes do you pay at all, ma'am? I'm sorry. Help me understand. What do you pay, ma'am? Help me understand what you're contributing to society, to this neighborhood, that we should give a damn about you. I can't take it. This is crazy. And then to have a coyote run around, I guess that's normal in Portland. Child, let us hang out with the bears. I know y'all probably think that sounds crazy. I guess every certain place has something crazy which goes on. Around here, there's the occasional bear, and then there's deer all damn time. Now, I don't want to come face to face with the damn bear, but when we hear about it, it's like, oh, there's a bear. Be careful. There's a bear out there. We don't go damn crazy. All right. Deer will walk up to you. That's not really that crazy. But to others, it might sound crazy. So I guess we all have our own things where we live at. Shout out to RBN with another 5. Thank you, honey. Said there's a whole YouTube community that live out of their vans, cars, and box trucks claiming they not homeless. They choosing a stress. They're choosing a stress-free life, but just stressing everybody else out because they got to look at this shit. But y'all, never forget, make sure that you vote for AKA being sworn in by a DST on MLK Day.
Stood on the outside of the door for a long time, and he was just standing there. And then he goes, I want you out of here. I was like, dude, I just got here. He's like, well, we don't want your kind in our neighborhood. And I was like, I'm on the street, dude. I'm not doing anything to you. You don't even know me. He's like, I don't want to know you.
And she claims passersby.
You would be bringing my property value down, ma'am. You would be bringing my property value down. That's the problem.
They tossed dog feces at her trailer. And then the other day, she heard voices outside.
And then they were right outside the trailer. And he goes, when you got to go, you got to go. And I was like, that's a weird thing to say, And he goes, haven't you ever jumped out of your car and peed on the side of the road? And then I heard like water. And dude peed on my car in the middle of the day. He peed on my car, dude. Who does that? These are people who are housed. And I'm supposed to be the one that's messed up?
One neighbor I spoke with.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. That sounds crazy. I don't know why they not going to their daggone mayors and governors. Portland's already been trashed. We didn't trashed Portland as much as we probably could. Shout out to those that were here when we did it. It was crazy then, and it sounds like it's crazier now. I wonder who they're going to vote for out there. I wonder who they're going to vote for out there. Voting doesn't matter. They're all the same. Cool. Continue on. Shout out to the Builder's Tale, also known as Gold P. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you. He said, Michonne, why you talking about my woman? Now I'm at work right now, and she told she got it. Gold P. She got something all right. She got something all right. Now, I know I saw some of y'all say a lot of these people are mentally ill, got mental problems, and I don't disagree with you. A lot of them are also DRUG addicts. Remember when we were last looking at Portland, they came through and said, we will house you. We will take you to a treatment center. And they said no. Then when people were trying to say we were going to take them to jail, not necessarily in Portland, people outcried and said, no, it's no winning with everyone right now. So that's why, in my opinion, we need someone who can take a fucking stand and fuck what everybody has to say, because I don't want to wait until someone does something, because that's what it seems to happen. Then when something happens to you, that's when you're all outraged. But we need to take care of this shit now. Kamala says she's going to give $25,000. And again, you're not going to see $25,000 drop into your checking account. How's that going to help this woman here? How? Say she wanted to buy a house. The odds are she don't work. I don't know. So what's $25,000 going to do with her? For her, she ain't going to be buying no damn house, but we got to sit here and live amongst this shit. Shout out to Chris the Creative up in here. Thank you, honey. Said, sorry I'm late on the stream, but the World Economic Forum said they can't have a one world government with a strong U.S. All this chaos is planned. It's definitely chaotic. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, but it's definitely chaos going on around here. We live in a never land, child.
I'm supposed to be the one that's messed up?
One neighbor I spoke with off camera said their neighborhood is especially sensitive after having to deal with another homeless person who lived nearby and became aggressive and violent. Another neighbor offered to meet with me to outline their concerns with Samantha, but later changed their mind.
I think they're all different.
Michael Slyman lives across the street. He's been here for 27 years. He loves the neighborhood, even if Samantha's trailer isn't exactly aesthetically pleasing.
It's not like a rich person's neighborhood, but everybody goes to work and comes back and, works in their yard. So, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't really bother me that much.
So I got the shade from the tree and nobody parks here, so I'm not in anybody's way or anything like that.
Samantha says she'd like to find permanent housing and has applied several times. She tells us she fell on hard times when she had a medical issue that cost her jobs. She understands why neighbors aren't thrilled with large homeless encampments.
I mean, I got the dashboard where you can see homeless people and their cleanups and all that on my phone. And there was the, big RVs with huge messes out here, and they had to come out and clean up and stuff like that. But I'm not like that, I mean, I don't have dogs that are attacking people or anything like that. I keep to myself and I work, and I'm trying to go forward from where I'm at. And they're not making it easy.
She says if the city comes by and tags her for removal, she'll be gone. In the meantime, she's hoping to keep the peace with her neighbors, wishing they'd understand her plight while she keeps this in mind.
If you're going to be outside, and try to do something better with your life, don't make a huge mess or make a nuisance of yourself or whatever. That's not cool.
We checked on the homeless dashboard. It appears the city did do a check of Samantha's campsite as recently as 2 weeks ago, although it doesn't appear to be on the top of their list for removal. Do you have...
Of course not. This your government at work. Your government at work. Let's go to CBS. Rising rents lead to spike in evictions in Arizona. We never really hear about Arizona. Arizona's Maricopa County.
We're in the midst of an affordable housing crisis. And as rents increase nationally, so do the number of eviction notices. According to the website Zillow, rents have jumped more than 30% from pre-pandemic prices. In tonight's Eye on America, CBS's Chris Van Cleve reports from one of the hardest hit counties, Maricopa County, Arizona, where a tsunami of evictions is leaving people homeless.
When Mahogany Kennedy knocks at a door in Phoenix,
Constable! Does the person understand that they're getting evicted?
It usually means someone is about to become homeless.
Grab your bag. We're going to change the locks.
She's one of 26 Maricopa County constables. It's her job to serve eviction notice.
She looked like she can do a good job too. Shout out to her. Shout out to her, child. You go, girl.
This is
eviction numbers have truly gone up over the past few months.
So pretty much every day you're evicting people.
Every day I'm evicting.
This is about a month old, just FYI.
5 days a week.
On this day, she'll attempt to serve 3 evictions.
She's gone.
Including at this apartment.
Well, this is a 3-bedroom apartment.
Which used to be home to 7 people.
You can use my phone.
Heaven Glasgow was the last to leave.
Just trying to get it together. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I know I'm wrong.
Spiders, makeup, weave. Hey, spiders, makeup, weave. Hey, we got a new song. You all are the gift that keep on giving us, giving us, on giving us, on giving us, on giving us, on giving us. Hey, hey, hey. Spiders, makeup, weave.
Now listen, this is how we got here with spiders, makeup, and weave, y'all, okay? How many times have I said you will do what you want and then you think somebody else is supposed to take care of you, and then what do we hear, or what do I hear in the comments? You don't know. How dare you talk about black women? All right, fine. I done already told y'all. Y'all out here talking about AKA sworn in by a DST on MLK Day, as y'all been whining and complaining about the rent is high, the eggs is high, I ain't got a place to live, the milk is high, blah, 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 blah. And you said that it's Trump's fault. It's all Trump's fault. And you want to bring Cam on in here. Shout out to Anton. Cool. This is what we're going to be doing. All right. Get it together. I mean, listen, sorry, y'all, no shade, but I feel like sometimes the priorities are a little messed up, but the coloreds, the blacks, the Negroes, the ebonies will continue to say white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Why do you always talk about black people? Because I'm black. Why is that so hard to understand? You need someone to be hard on you because you ain't getting it. You ain't listening. You got to wait until it happens to you before you finally are like, oh my God, how did this happen? Anyway.
I'm sorry.
What is that talking?
Okay.
What in the world?
It's a lot.
It is, and everything is just so expensive right now, which is crazy.
Oh no, everything is expensive. So now everything is expensive, but the weave and everything else, the makeup and everything, that was not expensive.
We like free stuff, so we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Because the priority is spiders, makeup, and weave. And while we don't know why it is that this person was evicted, I'm just saying I can kind of see where the priorities are.
It's okay. It's a lot.
It is, and everything is just so expensive right now, which is crazy.
Who you gonna vote for, ma'am? Who you gonna vote for? Since everything, child, don't worry about it. White supremacy, discrimination, and racism is the real problem, child.
Eviction filings in the Phoenix area are surging to record highs.
You know, I was just like, not today. Not today, please.
This judgment does say that you need to move out by the 26th.
In her South Phoenix courtroom, Judge Anna Huberman hears as many as 500 eviction cases a month, more than when the pandemic-era eviction moratorium ended 3 years ago.
There was a belief that there would be a large number of filings, that the evictions would go up, and they did not go up. There wasn't a tsunami.
Do you think you're getting that tsunami of evictions now?
That's what it appears to be, yes.
Since March of last year, Maricopa County has led the nation in eviction filings. The numbers are up 21% here compared to pre-pandemic, topping 83,000 filings. Nationally, about 3.6 million evictions are filed annually, but what's changing is where they're happening. At least 14 cities have seen double-digit increases from 2019. Most are in the Sun Belt, where populations are growing and rents are rising.
It's parents and children who are at the heart of the eviction crisis.
Dr. Carl Gershenson runs the Eviction Lab at Princeton University, which tracks the issue in 34 cities.
So these families are just one unexpected expense away from eviction.
Schedule a time and come get whatever else that you need in the house.
Christopher Aranda lived with his girlfriend in this home for 7 years.
So this is what you need right now.
The lease was in her name when she lost her battle with cancer in January. After not working for months to care for her, Aranda says he couldn't come up with the $3,000 needed to stay.
How are you feeling today?
A lot of memories. It is what it is.
Where are you going to go now?
I have no idea. I got to start from scratch.
Starting over as Constable Kennedy heads to another door with another eviction order. For Eye in America, Chris Van Cleve.
Shout out to Chris Van Cleve. Good luck to all those people. This is your the help. What help would y'all be looking for? Is my question. Right now. With all your politicians, not even just president. Who you gonna vote for? Where's this at? Arizona? I don't know what Arizona is. Y'all let me know. I don't know if it's a Republican state or a Democratic-led state. I don't know none of that. But between that and your locals, your mayors, your aldermen, your governors, what are they gonna do? What they got to offer y'all? All right. What do I know? I don't know. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. Baltimore, family warns of invisible illness with devastating consequences. Oh my, what is this?
Everything is different for him now.
Right now, one family is speaking up about the ordeal they went through due to lead paint. It is a toxic substance still found in homes across Baltimore City.
And that family discovered it in their home after their child's blood work revealed exposure at a routine doctor's appointment.
Oh,
Lebanese
Lord.
reporter Tommy Clark has their wake-up call.
Everything is different for him now.
Dominic and India's son will be 2 years old in August. Jojo loves watching his shows, cuddles, and running around in his tiny Jordans. What you wouldn't know is his diagnosis, discovered at his 12-month checkup.
He got a fingerprint test, and it said that his lead was high, so then his doctor asked for a blood test.
Jojo had an elevated blood lead level of 8.8 micrograms per deciliter. 3.5 is the CDC designated level of concern. The family believes the lead exposure came from their comfort zone, their own home. A 100-year-old West Baltimore row home off West Saratoga Street.
Lead-based paint is a thing. But I thought we was over that. I thought that you're not even supposed to have lead-based paint in the house anymore. It was ousted with, in 1970, 1971, some law that said that you can't have lead-based paint. How the hell did they get away with it for this long?
That they'd been renting for a year and a half.
The chipping paint and then lead dust is the biggest exposure in Baltimore City.
In Maryland, a positive lead test in young children alerts local and state agencies. Baltimore's childhood lead poisoning prevention program takes on cases like JoJo's. They say there is no safe level of lead.
If you have older housing, lead is definitely going to be a challenge. We definitely see lead exposure. We definitely see not large amounts, but moderate amounts of lead exposure in.
That's an interesting mouth. I'm going to let this one go. All right. Good luck to that baby and that family. That's not where I thought that story was going. But yeah, lead-based paint, there should not be any. It should be on up out of here. Them old houses, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. They should be giving you a disclosure. But at the same time, people be lying. Child, people be lying. Good luck to that child, though. That's crazy. Sorry, y'all. Moving to Houston, child. Moving on. The struggle for affordable housing in the U.S.
Kamala Harris' campaign promises to build 3 million new affordable homes.
Yeah, I know what she's saying, but this lady's outfit, I love it. I love that. That's very unique. Go girl.
If she is elected. Now, the shortage is an ongoing problem, and Fox 26's business reporter Tom Ziska is taking a look at some of these challenges and the benefits of solving it. Tom.
Caroline, Rashi, we got a little bit of rain and sunshine all at the same time here in Fort Bend County. The census reports that the average price for a new home last month was just shy of $430,000. Since that number keeps growing, neighborhoods like this one, which are all rental homes, continue to grow. The Harris plan to make the American dream of home ownership more affordable will not be easy.
It's a big undertaking, but at the same time, it's kind of like, this is what you've been working hard for.
Crystal Evans has just moved into her newly built home in Acres Homes after years of searching and saving. The process of finding something affordable left a lot of anxiety.
I honestly believe that that is just what many Americans are struggling with today. Like, it's not a matter of them not wanting the home or being able to get into the home. It's, can we stay in the home?
250 to 300,000 is affordable housing now, but only about 40% of the Americans can afford that.
Johnny Hollins.
Listen, shout out to Johnny Hollins and whatever's about to happen with this story. I have a question though, and if anyone can answer me, please do. When the rates were 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, what were these people doing? When the rates were 2%, even 1%, depending on what you got, 3% and 4%, what was everybody doing, Bueller? So y'all just was like, yeah, fun in the sun. We don't care. You don't know. Everything's good. I don't need a house. Now it's Now we can't afford it because of the interest rates. Well, when the interest rates were the lowest that they have been in so long, why were you not taking advantage then? Goodbye. I swear to you, it's just always something. Shout out to TQS. Another troll is here. Shout out to you, hon.
Specializes in building affordable housing in some of Houston's neediest neighborhoods. We first met him almost 4 years ago as he was starting to develop this property. Now there are 44 homes that are all sold as demand continues to outstrip availability. But costs keep going up. Holland says material, labor, and land have all more than doubled in price in recent years, which is discouraging for a lot of builders.
If you're doing affordable housing, it's something that you're passionate about. It's not about making money.
To build millions more would take a concerted effort and cooperation that does not currently exist. The Harris campaign has suggested incentives for builders who specialize in first-time buyers and rental properties, and for municipalities to remove regulations that prevent additional construction. Johnny Holland says it would be a start.
In order to make that work, you're going to have a collective effort mainly from city government, with the permitting process, because, here in Houston, it may take a year to get a set of plans approved.
So outside of the politics and cost of making such a plan work, another factor in making homes more affordable will be in making them smaller. Right now, the median size for a new home is just over 2,100 square feet. Johnny Hollands imagines something closer to 1,500 square feet on smaller lots that make them more affordable for first-time buyers. Watching Your Money, I'm Tom.
Cam is going to help y'all with that. Don't forget AKA sworn in by a DST on MLK Day. Child, just go buy them 250. Y'all said no 250 to 300. Go to Atlanta. Aren't those homes less cheaper than that? Price-wise, I mean. You're not going to find that, obviously, in NYC or California. Maybe some places in Texas. Maybe some places in Florida, depending on the part of Florida. I'm just saying. What do I know? I'm just trying to understand why people weren't buying houses when the rates were low, and now they're trying to act like the rates is too high. Well, when you had your opportunity, you didn't take it. Now, all of a sudden, it's a problem. And, white supremacy, racism, and discrimination's fault. Moving on to D.C., child. Moving on to D-damn-C. Residents of new D.C. luxury apartment building complain of flooding and rising fees. What the F? Not luxury, child.
Noma, this neighborhood north of Massachusetts Avenue, hence the name, has become something of a city unto itself with its own low-rise skyline. But residents of one of those buildings, the Cielo, say this is just too much.
There was a leak coming in our bathroom. That's kind of where it started.
That was Thursday around 1 a.m. Sandra Torres says she and her boyfriend bailed with buckets, but after a couple of hours, they were up against a torrent. Beyond their door, the sounds of a babbling brook.
Oh my God.
We walked outside.
Yo, when Cam builds up all these apartments and affordable housing things that y'all gonna get, this is what the F is gonna look. Look, that looks all nice. Oh, nice. It's looking good, right? This looks like where like senators and stuff live. If you can see the mouse up here on the right-hand side, this looks like where they all come and they be hanging out with their girlfriends and their wives be at home, and be doing what they be doing, all right? And then they just got to go home and listen to whoever, right? This is luxury. This is luxury.
By skyline. But residents of one of those buildings, the Cielo, say this is just too much.
There was a leak coming in our bathroom. That's kind of where it started.
That was Thursday around 1 a.m. Sandra Torres says she and her boyfriend bailed with buckets, but after a couple of hours, they were up against a torrent. Beyond their door, the sounds of a babbling brook.
We walked outside and saw a lot of the water flowing from like the elevator, which is right across from the unit where I'm at, then went into the staircase, flooding, and even the ceiling from the hallway started to crash into the the floor.
Maintenance and eventually the fire department would respond, but she and her neighbors say this is just the latest and the wettest of the problems they've had.
We have these common area utility fees. They started off at about, really small.
But they say they didn't stay that way. They now have to budget to keep these bulbs burning as well as their own.
For the month of March, my utility fee for the common area building, $40. This month, $180.
Common area fees are in leases.
I ain't never heard none of that in my life, but why would I? That's crazy. You got to pay in order for them lights to be out there to look good. And now you got water filtering down like you living in Jamaica on one of them Duns Falls River. Child, you cannot make it up. This is luxury. This is luxury. So what do you... Child, I don't know. Shout out to the Rainbow Kid up in here. Thank you so much for being here, hon. He says people were on Anton's live sending super chats and claiming to be behind in rent. Imagine sending money to a billionaire before your rent is paid. Same dumb people. What in the world? I know you effing lying. Are you serious? So what was the point? You thought did they think Anton was about to send up some money? Child, what in the world? People... Nothing surprises me. Why should it? That's a lie. Because damn it, that thing with Thornton Township video, that surprised me. But seriously, what in the world? So I remember I was watching Anton sometime this week and somebody sent him a request for money. And he showed it to everybody. Said, what the F? Yo, somebody requested money for me on damn Cash App. Yo, but shout out to Bank Top. Let me tell you something. It's a real thing. I got more videos coming. Beg Talk, Messy Michelle Reacts. Make sure you follow. And it is a career. They're going to be on TikTok begging for money and people are giving it to them, which is even crazier than the people asking.
But they say those who were told outright about them didn't expect the spike in those fees.
But now they're about 9% of my rent.
We've already reached out to our Councilmember Charles Allen, and he's actually proposing a bill to make this type of billing illegal in the district.
These residents say taken as a...
How long do you think it's going to take for that bill to go through, if it even goes through? We contacted them and they said they're going to put a bill through. I don't think there's anything that they can really do. Maybe for the future. Y'all already signed the lease. It was already in there. Y'all wanted to live in luxury. All of them. All of them. You wanted to live in luxury. There's your luxury. So any of y'all got renter's insurance? Bueller. Because I'm just going to assume if it's raining inside of your apartment that it probably is condemned, probably not a good place for you to live. So consult your renter's insurance policy and get the F on up out of there. But y'all, what do I know? I don't know nothing. Shout out to Sin. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate your support. He said, oi, your rent is due. AS, grass, gas, or EBT. No one rides for free. The funny thing is, since you said that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let this daggone video play. When they're in the comments on the blogs and they show something about Trump, and it's something they're gonna consider it to be racist, white supremacy, whatever. And all the people be in the comments talking about, oh, you just wanted that free stimulus check. You gonna sell out your people for a $1,200 stimulus check. Now, wait a damn minute. Aren't you the same niggas looking for reparations? Now, wait a minute. Ain't she the one that's trying to tell you that if you have a kid the first year, she's gonna give you $6,000? Ain't you the same people that's, I guess, gonna be taken in by this $25,000? Are you the same people that when she says that she gonna build you houses is that not the same thing? If she's allegedly gonna build you affordable housing, I'm sorry, you chastising them, well, even though it's not true, but you chastising them for doing exactly what, goodbye.
We like free stuff, so we came out here to get all this free stuff, but then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Because the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets, the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession, times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Lord, Lord, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. That one will never get old. Shout out to everything being for free. And shout out to Virginia Martinez for becoming a member. I appreciate you, hon. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to you and all of my channel members. Y'all been doing the damn thing. I see you. Thank you so much. I'm going to get more emotes this weekend. I promise that's what I'm doing. We need to get one for It's Free, child. But anyway, shout out to the legend in the building. I see you, hon. I appreciate you. He said a median household for $290 in Cincinnati, Ohio, $120 less than the national average. Y'all need to move here. Plenty of room to grow apples and weed, not apples and weed. I'm here for Messy's hour-long rants. Derek Gaines just waiting for me to rant. Derek, I done already ranted. I think I'm done. But shout out to you, hun. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all can move to WKRP in Cincinnati. The legend said so. I don't know nothing about it. It's not a place I ever want to go.
As a whole, theirs aren't uncommon experiences among the dwellers of this new enclave and other parts of town. Renters' woes don't respect ward boundaries.
There's such a lack of explanation and communication.
And when I moved in, there was no ceiling in my bathroom.
As for the leak, a Cielo spokesperson explains it was caused by a valve on the 12th
Oh, look at that nice signature in this luxury apartment complex, child.
floor, and that their on-site maintenance and the contractor handled the repair. They're working with residents whose homes were impacted, and they apologized for any inconvenience. Residents say there's an issue bigger than their building.
These type of quality of life, quality of financial life issues are important to the district because we want people to be long-term district residents.
In Noma, Derek Ward, News 4.
Shout out to Derek Ward and Noma. Good luck to them people, child. Moving on. Woodlawn community rallies to disrupt eviction of longtime resident. This looks like it's in Illinois. Let's see.
Chicago South Side has been evicted from their home in Woodlawn after years of legal battles to maintain ownership.
Supporters say gentrification is to blame for the eviction, and WGN's Julian Cruz, the 6100 block of South.
Gentrification is to blame. Gentrification is to blame. Let's hear this. We watching this together.
Greenwood with more details right now. Julian?
Hey, Julian.
Well, Ray and Mike, as you might imagine, this dramatic eviction touching a raw nerve here in the Woodlawn neighborhood, with soaring rents and mortgages and many families worried that they'll have to move out. Christiana Powell says she and her family were wrongfully evicted, but attorneys for the developer who now own the 3-story home alleging that the family has lived here for 30 months without paying a single penny of rent.
First of all, this man is unbothered. I'm sorry. The things I pay attention to, he's just like, they sent me over here. I have to report on this damn story. I'm going to take my time and I don't give a damn. And I'm not putting on no fake voice. Yeah, she didn't pay the rent for 30 months. It's not funny. He's funny, though. He's funny.
I've been fighting in federal court.
A crestfallen Christiana Powell on the 6100 block of South Greenwood, standing in front of the home she and 3 generations of her family used to own.
As I received notification yesterday that my case was dismissed at the federal level, and the sheriff showed up this morning.
Cook County Sheriff's deputies and Chicago police converging on the emotional scene as Powell's belongings are loaded onto trucks. Longtime neighbors and friends heartbroken to watch what's happening.
I'm thoroughly confused right now. Why are the police taking her stuff and putting it in the police van, or are they just helping her? I'm sorry. I don't understand. Let me get past him. What is going on? I got to pay attention.
I've been fighting in federal court.
A crestfallen Christiana Powell on the 6100 block of South Greenwood, standing in front of the home she and 3 generations of her family used to own.
As I received notification yesterday that my case was dismissed at the federal level, and the sheriff showed up this morning.
Cook County Sheriff's deputies and Chicago police converging on the emotional scene as Powell's belongings are loaded onto trucks. Longtime neighbors and friends heartbroken to watch what's happening.
She's somebody who has neighborhood barbecues in her backyard. She's someone who opens up her home to people. She's a kind person. I don't know what's going on with all the technicalities. If you want the building, fine. This is not how you do it.
There's a bigger fight here, and the bigger fight here is the property of longtime Black property owners being stolen, literally stolen. Longtime residents being pushed out. This is a land grab.
Many on the block.
What am I missing? It's a land grab. This is racism, y'all. That's basically what I'm hearing. I still don't understand. I'm still not getting it. What am I missing? What am I missing? Girl, I might have to clip that though. Oh, this looks nice. This whole block right here looks nice. I will never go to Chicago, but this looks nice. Let's hear that again though. Stolen. Shout out to Virginia. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. She said, I love your channel. No more identity politics. Hashtag no more identity politics. As a Republican, doesn't mean I vote Republican. Elect people based on their work history and honesty. I agree. Shout out to you, hon. Everybody is welcome here as long as they can hold their daggone anger. Like, insults ain't going to get you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. There's plenty of Republicans here, Trump supporters here, even Kamala supporters here. I don't care. As long as we can just talk, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, hon. Everybody who's here. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Can somebody help me understand what's going on? Can someone help me understand what's going on? Let's hear her again, because I hear the white supremacy coming out right now.
If you want the building, fine. This is not how you do it.
There's a bigger fight here, and the bigger fight here is the property of longtime Black property owners being stolen, literally stolen. Longtime residents being pushed out. This is a land grab.
Many on the block echoing Powell's concerns with the undeniable influx of high-end developers in Woodlawn building million-dollar homes that the neighborhood can't afford.
They're stealing generational wealth, generational inheritance, generational legacy, and they're stealing generational history.
Powell's legal saga dating back, she says, to the 2016 death of her mother, the original mortgage holder, and ballooning monthly payments leading to foreclosure in 2020, the family claiming unsuccessfully in both Cook County and federal court that they've been wronged.
So let me acknowledge For Always, Forever, for Life. I appreciate you, hon. We know, I know about eminent domain where the state, the county, whatever can come and overtake your property, but they just can't do it just because today they put their finger on a house and said, this the house we gonna take. So clearly they are, sprucing the place up. All right. Gentrification. I'm a firm believer in gentrification because if you're not going to do it, somebody needs to do it. But the house was in the mama's name. So if she didn't put the appropriate paperwork into place to make sure that the family gets the house, if something should happen to her, right? Then what did y'all think it was going to do? And then if you weren't paying it since she died, what did y'all think? Because if they kept on paying it, listen, y'all, if the mama died and they kept paying the mortgage, no one would have known. No one would have known. And as long as any of these banks keep getting their daggone money, they don't give one damn. Okay, let me tell you, okay? You're getting your money, we good. Just like any other landlord, right? All this white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. If it was a balloon payment, a balloon mortgage, so that is when you start out with a low rate, and then after a term, it could be a year, it could be 3 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 10. after that low rate is done, whatever the prevailing rate at the time is, it changes to that rate, and that's your rate. So what you should do if you're not a developer, because that type of loan is best probably for developers and not regular people, is refinance it, because ain't nobody else going to be able to afford it for the most part. So they couldn't afford it. They wasn't paying nothing. They didn't buy it or refinance it. And now it's someone is white supremacying it up. Like, y'all, listen, coloreds, I'm gonna need us to get some damn financial resource lessons. Okay, the library is open. The internet is open. Fox Business News is open. Plenty of people on freaking YouTube. Child, I even refer you over to Anton's Patreon, child. I was like, what are we missing? What are we missing around here? I can't do it. Shout out to Prince in the building. Shout out to Prince Elian. 4 months, he's a member. Yeah, Prince says, good morning to my YouTube landlord, Massey Michonne. I'm getting my money right so that you don't evict me or gentrify my membership next month. You ain't shit. I am a firm believer of gentrification. I know you a white supremacist talking points. Child, please just stop this. This is, and for Black people who won't listen to the details, they'll just run with what she said 3 seconds ago and say, but white people, look what white people do. Look what white people do. I promise you that's what they're going to say. Not listening or looking into the details at all. Shout out to RBN. He said, I got $76 in my petty cash envelope. I got $0 in mine. $0. I was just arguing with someone in one of the cruise groups talking about you should pay the tips to the people directly. You should mind your effing business. Child, let them charge my credit card and leave me the hell alone. Last thing I'm worrying about is taking a bunch of money on a cruise where you can't really use it any damn way. What would I take money for? Child, people just be talking to talk. Shout out to Ace Gates in the building. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Give us some money. Child, I can't take it. So if y'all heard a balloon payment, that's what a balloon payment does. And I promise you, no shade. I promise you, these people that took that balloon payment probably didn't know it was a balloon, didn't know how it worked, didn't know what needed to be done thereafter, and just clearly didn't consult a mortgage person. Because at the end of that, if the woman who was just speaking doesn't have the credit, or the people who were living in the home don't have the credit in order to get a loan to begin with, a mortgage, to begin with, then she was asked out anyway. Sorry. We are ignorant when it comes to finances. That's how when the 2008 crash happened with the mortgage crisis, it disproportionately affected Black people. And guess what? With the next coming up recession and affordable housing, who is it affecting yet again? So did we not learn the last damn time? No, because it's more important that you get an AKA sworn in by a DST on MLK Day.
Closure in 2020, the family claiming unsuccessfully in both Cook County and federal court that they've been wronged. But the developer who now owns the property says they're the ones who've been wronged. Numerous judges in the Circuit Court of Cook County and the Northern District of Illinois have heard and rejected each one of the former owner's claims, the developer's lawyer says in a written statement. During and after the foreclosure, she was allegedly collecting rent from the other occupants. What was she doing with this money?
So I threw up my hands and I said, I'm not giving them another dime because they're stealing. And they've got to explain to me why my mortgage went from $800 to $3,500.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I think I told y'all one time I had a loan on one of the properties and it had a balloon mortgage on it. And it went up like crazy. I said, fuck that. We refinanced it into a normal 30-year and a normal rate so that we knew what the damn payment was. So why didn't they do that? So now it's somebody else's fault. Child. Okay. But Black people who don't know nothing about finance, specifically mortgages, will say that this is racism, it's white supremacy, blah, 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 blah.
Collecting rent from the other occupants. What was she doing with this money?
Now, listen, I don't think you need to be worrying about what she was doing with her money, sir. All right, Mr. Attorney, that ain't none of your business now. She doing whatever she was doing with the money. Cha. But they got to stay in there, I believe, for 30 months because of the pandemic. Because if this happened at the end of 2019, it probably slid right on into March 2020. And then, you know, there was no rent, no mortgages that had to be paid. So they was living. Wasn't no one making any plans. They was just living. And now here we are to D-Day. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Here we are on D-Day, and now it's white people's fault. Now, she didn't say white people, but that's what they're basically saying.
So I threw up my hands and I said, I'm not giving them another dime because they're stealing. And they've got to explain to me why my mortgage went from $800 to $3,500.
Powell scoffing at the developer's claim, arguing that the sale of this home, this family home, is illegal, which is why she refused to pay a mortgage that had soared to $3,500 a month. For now, she says she's moving in with a friend, but she vows to continue the fight, taking her argument to the appellate level. In the Woodlawn neighborhood, Julian Cruz, WGN News.
That was actually a good segment to at least talk about stuff like that, because I'm telling you, we be lacking in this area, whether some of us want to admit it or not. We be lacking in the area of finance and money. And even after 2008, seemingly have not learned a lesson and just out here saying any old thing. And people are out here thinking that it's true just because the person is Black. I mean, we got to do better. Child, this is crazy. Child, this is crazy. Anyway, shout out to Jay Gray. I appreciate you, hun. Thank you so much for being here. He said, why auntie look like Timu? I cannot take y'all. I can't take y'all. Not the daggone Timu Professor Griff. Shout out to Professor Griffin, Public Enemy. Oh my God, I cannot take it. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. Where are we going? Detroit, child. Oak Park. Anybody familiar with Oak Park? Oak Park family is outraged after wrong address eviction mistake while on vacation. What in the F? Come on now. What is going on?
It's a case of mistaken identity. A woman in Oakland County tried repeatedly to correct, but it still somehow ended up with her family's belongings dragged out of their home. Thanks for being with us here at 6. I'm Karen Drew in for Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Devon Fernandez in for Devin Skillian. The Montgomery family came home from vacation on Sunday to find their belongings in trash bags and items broken all throughout their home due to an eviction that was meant for someone else.
Local 4's Pamela Osborne has been working this story for the past 2 days. And Pam, what have you been able to find out?
Well, I didn't learn anything from the leasing office. They actually asked me to leave and then they locked me out. So I went down to the court today to see what I could figure out there. The court confirms and acknowledges that they were executing an eviction at the wrong address.
Damn.
They say that information came from someplace else.
Oh, this is emotional. And to see my son crying the way he did because his stuff is missing.
Erica Montgomery is livid. Her once tidy apartment is a mess.
They took the legs off, everything.
Things are broken.
You can see it.
Nothing is where it should be. And the most frustrating part is she tried to prevent this. Eviction notices addressed to a man she doesn't even know had her address listed alongside his name. They started coming back in April.
And I went 4 times down there showing them this paperwork. And they assured me that everything was going to be fine.
The them she's referring to is Oak Park Manor's management team. We tried to speak to them. They said they would talk to us if we stopped filming and stepped outside, but when we did, they locked the door and didn't answer.
Woo! I know that ain't a sis.
Management team. We tried to speak to them. They said they would talk to us if.
I know that ain't a sis, y'all. Treating someone like this. We have a sis treating someone like this. When she tried to tell y'all, when she brought in the paper, when you should know who lives in which apartment, I say failure right here, and she need to be held accountable, and I would be suing all these MFers, child. That is crazy. How dare you do this to a sis? You're a sister. I'm a sister. She's a sister, and you're going to do this to her?
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
That's what she was saying when she was like, girl, go on outside. I'll come talk to you. What's the difference with talking? Oh, Lord, have mercy. It's not funny. It's not funny for the evicted lady. This woman here, sue her ass. And why is she still working here? Because you know she ain't in charge of shit. Shout out to RBN. Thank you so much, honey. He said, is this another single mom's? RBN, that's not the point. This was wrong. Oh my God. You do not stop. This is wrong. It's the wrong house. This sis right here is the one probably that messed up. That's why she don't want to talk to nobody. That's why she did the bait and switch. Carry your ass outside. I'll talk to you. Slam, lock. How you gonna lock? What if I'm coming to rent an apartment and you gonna lock me out? That ain't right.
We stopped filming and stepped outside, but when we did, they locked the door and didn't answer. Let's back up.
Last Tuesday, there was an eviction notice on my door. They said on Wednesday, which is the next day, by 3 p.m., I had to be out. I had to be out with all of my stuff and return my keys. If I do not, then they're going to evict us.
She says she showed them the paperwork and they told her not to worry, that the court officer couldn't enter their apartment without them handing over the keys. 5 days later, the court officer and a crew arrived.
I saw these people and they bringing out furniture, her dining room table.
Neighbor Joanna Lee says what happened next was even stranger.
And they had to bring everything that they put out back into the house. I went, that's weird.
We visited the Montgomerys to give them the update we got from the 45th District Court. They say halfway through the eviction, they realized they were at the wrong address and
Sue, and get that lady in the office fired.
ceased activities. But for the Montgomerys, it was already too late.
To me, this is more than the stuff that you broke. You know, I'm like, my son is scared to stay here. And that's not cool.
So how did they end up at Erica's apartment in the first place? The court is telling me it was a mistake by the attorney. She put the incorrect address on that court paperwork that worked its way all through the system up until that point. They said they've reached out to her to try to get a written explanation as to what happened. We've reached out to her as well. Neither of us have heard back. As for Erica Montgomery and her family, they're looking for an attorney. Reporting an
child, call Ben Crump. Call Ben Crump. I'm sure he'll be glad to help you. Oh, right. Not white people, not an oppressor. Yeah, no, he ain't gonna help you. But y'all reach out to one of them lawyers that was helping out. What is her name? Marilyn Mosby. See if you can get that lawyer or that judge to help you. Right. This is in Detroit, but I'm sure they all know each other. Child, are you an AKA, a DST, one of the D9? Maybe they'll be able to. Oh, yeah. No, that's not going to work either. Child, I don't know what to tell you. Child, I don't know what to tell you. I be trying to figure it out, but I can't because you colors be all over the place.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to?
Moving on, y'all. Moving on. Shout out to RBN. Thank you, hun. He said, is neighbor Joanna a single old mom? Stop this! I think the woman had a husband. You saw the man there. This was a mistake. This is not even her fault. Wow. You don't let up. Oh, my goodness gracious. RBN. Stop this. Shout out to Virginia. Thank you so much, with another 5. She said, pay y'all bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bill? Read the documents before signing. I'm praying for people who are done wrong. That lady was clearly done wrong. And now they want to blame the daggone lawyer, which the lawyer can only work based off of what you give him. So really, probably it's the woman in the office's fault, allegedly. And they want to blame the damn lawyer. This is not like it was a mortgage and he had to do any investigation. He can only go by the information that you give to him or her. Anyway, child, this is crazy. Y'all, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. We are moving on, okay? We have AI landlords. Housing attorney warns of automated eviction. Now you got to worry about ChatGPT evictions. Oh, where's this at? Columbus, Ohio. All right, y'all. Whoo, Lord.
Say hi. The mom of an 18-month-old with a little sister on the way.
Yeah, say hi.
I'm just going ahead and assuming. Shout out to the cute little baby.
Hey.
Hope Matfield sits outside of her mother's home.
So I had no choice. So I had to make that sacrifice, do a quick move, and not know where my family was going to go right away.
After she was evicted from her own.
And it just kind of makes you feel like you failed in life, and I'm back at ground one. I'm back at home.
In May.
And it's not bad here. I love my mom.
Hope received this 30-day notice from 5812 Investment Group to leave her apartment at Eden of Caleb's Crossing in Reynoldsburg, where she has lived for the last 2 years.
They're profiting off of people living in hell, basically, when they're not taking care of their properties.
Ooh. Hope had started paying her rent into an escrow account due to health and safety issues she had with her unit. When she missed a payment with the courts, the case closed. Hope received her eviction notice that same day.
Getting to that point where a lot of people are breaking and they just cannot keep up with it anymore.
In June, 5812 Investment Group filed 89 evictions with Franklin County Municipal Court for its 9 properties.
You just keep on replacing the old tenants with new tenants in the hopes that the new tenants are going to bring in more cash.
Attorneys with Legal Aid Society of Southeast and Central Ohio warned Franklin County is on track to have the highest number of evictions this year, surpassing the record high number of 24,000 evictions from last year.
More evictions are filed by out-of-state real estate investors, and 2, the growth of automated landlords.
Joe Shu Tsushima alerted Ohio lawmakers this spring about out-of-town investors and their use of AI.
There are landlords. We have AI landlords, essentially.
Algorithms are already being used in the Columbus area.
Yes.
He wants Senate Bill 245 to pass, which would provide tenants free eviction representation.
If you just take out
I don't understand how this is AI eviction, AI landlords. Listen, I'm not the smartest person, okay? Someone help me understand what the hell an AI landlord is. So you just trying to tell me that some channel on YouTube is deciding whether or not you get evicted? I can't take it. It's too much. I can't take it. RBN, I don't even know if I'm scared to read it. GD, another, I don't need. Yo, you do not stop, y'all. Do something. Throw some tomatoes at RBN, because, child, he is off the hook. Damn. He said, GD, another, I don't want a man, I don't need a man, I don't want a man, I don't need a man. But your man, Juice, single mom. Happy single mom day, sincerely. Why are you putting this on me? Oh my God! He said, happy single mom day, sincerely, Messy Michonne. You are crazy. I can't take you. I can't take you. Now listen, She clearly a single mom. I ain't seen no ring on that finger, child. And where's the man? Whose white toe is that? That must be the daddy's. So why did your baby daddy not help you out? Because obviously he's there with the white toe. I mean, the kid looks white. I mean, come on now. I'm making assumptions. Allegedly. But back to the more important part. How does this have anything to do with AI? I just don't get it. Because they're filing evictions quickly, as they should. Why is it like people seemingly thinking that it's a crime for people to make money in order to be able to become financially sufficient, however you want to say it, when you got all the D9s that's telling you that you got to worry about all the racism in the world. And then as soon as someone tries to make some money, they say it's not fair. Help me. Then we'll say that we need more landlords. Well, damn it, what do you want? What do you want? So we're supposed to be landlords, y'all, right? And then accept on a $2,000 mortgage, $500 for the rent, so that we can make sure that everyone else can have what they need while we sit here and lose hell. What the hell happens to the apartment on the inside? Because it's going to have wear and tear. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Somebody who don't want to move, who don't want to pay, who will trash the place, and then you get nothing from them because their measly little security deposit that some places are making to be less. Okay, they don't even have to be equal to the first month's, the last month's, and a security deposit anymore. And then you're just supposed to want to do it just because there's problem in the United States with housing, which I'm not saying that it isn't. But why do they never want to help the damn landlord, which in turn will help the damn tenant? They never want to give anything to the landlord. They just want to give everything to the tenant. Can't imagine why people don't want to get into the landlording business. Now we already have seen they've done this in California, Alameda County. They want to give free eviction legal counsel. Now, if the landlord has to go to court to evict your punk ass, we don't get shit for free. We got to pay for it. If you don't pay, we still have to pay for the damn mortgage. If not, we going to be looking like that lady in Chicago where they going to say you didn't pay the mortgage and she going to say because of white supremacy and gentrification.
The decision-making process then essentially just becomes a mill. You churn and burn through the tenants for the purpose of maximizing the profits. There's no room for sentiment.
While Tsushima could not tell me which property management groups are using this automated eviction software.
When it comes to like trying to get a corporate number, they don't have something for you to reach out to a higher position other than that leasing office.
We tried to contact 5812 to ask if they were. With no phone number listed on the website, I could only send an email. Addresses for the investment group's registered agents listed with the state of Ohio took me to this office.
It's an empty office. There's no furniture in there.
And a local law firm who directed me to an 800 number for a call center. The Columbus lawyer representing 5812 Investment Group did call me back, but refused an on-camera interview. Dimitri Hatzafotinos claims 5812 does not issue automated evictions, and all evictions are decided by humans. He says eviction actions cost his clients $3,000 each, with many not ending with the tenants forced to leave.
Yeah.
We found 2 prior eviction filings against Hope from 2022 and 2023, in which 5812 did allow her to stay.
I had lost a really good job, but eventually I had assistance and I got back on my feet.
So in other words, she wasn't paying the rent and they said that we're going to please stop this. I'm not doing this. Please stop this bullshit ass lying talking about automated landlords. No. If they have something in place that's going to go ahead and let them be alerted to someone who doesn't pay the rent, don't tell me that's an AI landlord. Somebody got to file the shit. Somebody got to take it down to the damn courthouse. Someone has to do it and they have to have a reason. She's saying right now she lost a good job, which means she wasn't paying the rent. I don't care that it is the 6th day of the month. You pay on the 1st, you get a late fee on the 5th, and if it ain't paid by the 6th, you can start eviction proceedings in a lot of states. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having software to alert you. So YouTubers should be using more Chat GPT and technology. Banks and other people that are in business should use it, but landlords shouldn't. We're going to stop this. We're going to stop this foolishness. Now we get to the crux of it. If you don't listen to the end, all you're going to hear is, oh, the poor black lady with the white kid got kicked out by AI, and somebody going to run with that shit. Goodbye, okay? Shout out to Upward Man in the building. Thank you so much, honey. He said, I wonder if Dr. Umar said, got one of these before they put that fence over the school. Oops, too soon. Hashtag proud owner of 2 baby mamas. Hashtag welcome to death row. Dr. Umar got one of these before they put that fence. Oh, okay. I don't know what the update is of the school is. I'm gonna have to take a look. I feel like there's a paint day coming up. It's probably this daggone weekend. That other school opened up. We got to go take a ride by there so y'all can see that other school is open. It opened last week because school started last week. And they up in there. Oh, Lord. Thank you, RBN. He said, I rest my case. She had 2 prior evictions. Oh, my God. They let her stay, though. They let her stay. It's okay. She just lost a good job. That's all. Damn, one every year. 22, 23, 24, child.
5812 did allow her to stay.
I had lost a really good job, but eventually I had assistance and I got back on my feet.
But now Hope says she can't afford a 3rd eviction filing on her record.
Shout out to RBM. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you your credit, sir. Shout out to RBM. So she just acknowledged her other 2 evictions. How come the news program didn't say that in the beginning? They let her stay. They allowed her to stay. But nobody ever wants to hear any of that. No one ever wants to put that in the beginning of the story so that people don't run off at the rails. You know what I'm saying? You just slip it on in there at the end. See, this is why you got to listen. This is why you got to listen to the whole thing. This media is crazy, y'all. They half damn crazy, okay? And they're never going to say, so what happened them other 2 times, child? And what happened this time, child? No, it's just the big bad landlord, probably white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, allegedly. And that's all you need to know, because this poor single mom with the cute little white kid is now living with her mama, and it ain't right, and it ain't fair. She actually shouldn't be going to the news. She should be grateful and thankful that she has a place that she can land so she can get herself together. But my main first question is, where is your baby daddy since you're about to have another damn baby? Because, child, if you was had an eviction in 2022, 2023, and 2024, last thing you need to be doing is being on your back getting pregnant. But that's what you do. And then someone will say that I'm the problem. She happened to look black, don't she? Can't imagine where that generational wealth goes and why we don't have it. We have her, and then we have the last lady in Chicago who was in a house where they didn't go and refinance the damn home so that they could buy it. Now they're getting kicked out, and now it's white supremacy's fault. Y'all miss me with the bullshit. You open your mouth and prove your ignorance. You don't know anything about money. You don't know anything about finance. You don't know it. And until you Negroes decide that you want to learn, I was just thinking that I heard that Melody Hobson is a CEO of someplace. Okay. I feel like it's not Starbucks, but I feel like she has something to do with Starbucks. Maybe one of y'all know. Melody Hobson is a black lady who had her own capitalist venture firm, something or other, way back long ass time ago. But before she even got to that, she used to write columns in the newspaper back when there was newspapers in the olden days, for those that know. Okay. And I used to read her shit. Faithfully. She talked about savings, checking, money management, mortgages. She talked about everything about money. I can't even say that my mother turned me on to her. It was me that found that woman. Because if I didn't figure it out and find out what needed to be done, I could end up in some of these dumbass situations. I'm trying to understand why we don't know that in 2024. How come we don't know that in 2024, but somehow, some way, when the hair place is going out of business or being evicted, somehow, some way that message gets around town. Y'all show up there, but you can't even keep yourself in a damn house or figure out how to freaking refinance and buy a home so that you're not out on the street trying to blame white people.
We like free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the call saying you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Yeah, any other eviction. Any other eviction. Shout out to Salam Allah alternate channel. It's not taught in any public school, and it's not gonna be. It wasn't taught to me in school. My mother taught me, and then I found it out by myself. So when people want to say, oh, Dave Ramsey is racist, here y'all go again, you coloreds. Listen, whoever got the fucking information, that's where I'm going. I didn't listen to him. I didn't listen to Melody. I didn't listen to Susie Orman. Child, even sometimes on Oprah's damn show, okay? But as long as you know when the hair store is going out of business, I guess that's what's important. Thank you, Jeffrey Woodland. Ariel Investments, that's exactly what she owned. Thank you, hon. Absolutely. When she was in the newspaper, I was listening and reading her. I was reading her. It wasn't no listening. I was reading everything Melody Hobson had to say. And she's a Black woman. She has sense. She could help. She gave solutions. I went and sought that shit. Before I was even married, I was looking into that shit. So all this bullshit that these people are talking, I have not 1 ounce of empathy or sympathy. Not 1 effing bit. Because your AKA wants to be sure, like, carry on just like Obama. No shade. They make sure that the ABCs get everything that they want in the school. All them crazy ass books that don't make no damn sense. Teaching your kids all this foolishness that they don't need to learn. And then they won't let you have critical race theory in there. But now you want to talk about what somebody else is not doing? Teach them your damn self and stop begging somebody to do something for you. Do it yourself. Why is that crazy? Why is that a problem? You spending your energy, time, and effort trying to force someone to do something that you can do yourself. Shout out to HK. Said I was listening to the oppressor. I was. Come on, girl, hurry up.
But eventually I had assistance and I got back on my feet.
But now Hope says she can't afford a 3rd eviction filing on her record.
You mommy kiss it better.
As she and her fiance find themselves in a financial hole, living apart, but now making a combined $80,000.
Well, living apart. Living apart? Well, your credit can't be that good with 3 evictions on the record, though.
You mommy kiss it better.
As she and her fiance find themselves in a financial hole, living apart, but now making a combined $80,000 a year.
Sometimes I just say maybe God did it for a reason so I can get out that place, because that place is really tearing me down as a person.
I don't know where the sound went. Maybe the radio or the TV station got tired of it. The sound went out. That ain't me. What the hell? They really didn't want to hear that. All righty. That's the end of that, child. These stations be ending this stuff crazily. So the white man, how come nobody talked about him more in this story? Where he at? How come he ain't helping? How come he not providing? How come he don't have a house for you? What's his credit look like? So y'all got a combined $80,000? Then why y'all not moving out? Oh yeah, the cost is too damn high. The rent is too damn high. As much as you need is too damn high. The security deposit too damn high. Oh yeah? Make sure you vote for the AKA being sworn in by the DST on MLK Day. Moving on, y'all. Moving on, child. I got about 2 more for you, then we done with this. We almost 2.5 hours. We got landlord won't fix the AC. Tenant told to move out. Listen. A lot of these stories have one thing in common. I feel like every single one of these stories today got one thing in common. We got something in common. I ain't gonna say what it is, but y'all know what it is. Make sure you say it in the chat, child.
We have to vacate because I was trying to do right.
A mother of 5 is facing homelessness because her landlord won't comply with an order to fix.
Hell no! No. How many, child? How many?
Right.
A mother of 5 is facing homelessness because her landlord won't comply with an order to fix the central air on the home she's renting. It's a story that To-Do's problem solver Kathy Tatum has been following for weeks.
In early summer, the central AC unit quit working in the home Brandy Maynard rents. Calls to the property manager didn't get it fixed. So
child, if this lady busts out with a black kid, I'm done with you. Crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass bums.
she called the problem solvers and learned when things like this happen, tenants have the right to call code enforcement. It came out and issued a violation notice to the landlord to get the AC fixed by August 28th. That didn't happen. Instead, on the 28th,
they told me they didn't have the money to make any repairs, and they were giving me 30 days to vacate.
Unfortunately.
Oh, no, that ain't right. That ain't right. I'm a little confused because, first of all, air conditioning is not required. First of all, air conditioner is not a requirement. It's 3 months out of the whole damn years, maybe 4, depending on where she lives, of course. Oh, this is Tulsa. I don't know nothing about Tulsa. What Tulsa? Ugh, so ghetto. Ebonics busting out. What is Tulsa, Oklahoma like? If anybody knows, do they have 3 months of summer where it's hot like the East Coast does, or are they warm most of the time, like Arizona, I guess? But as far as air conditioning in a lot of states, so depending on where you live, maybe it is required, but for most states, this is not a requirement, child. And it looked like she got a window unit in there. So what are we talking about right now? Remember the lady that had during the pandemic, she said Biden or Trump told her not to work, and then she was getting evicted. That was a long time ago, child. We've been talking about this stuff for a long time. Shout out to y'all that was here in the beginning. Shout out to RBN with another 5. He said, "Is this a single mom of 5? I wonder how many of them kids' daddies are Nug Nug and Junebug. I hope none. Please don't show the kids, child, because I'm going to have to call you crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass bums out. This is not SYCBMing it, okay? This is not, you're supposed to be SYCBMing it, okay? Not over there with Baxter's, all right?
to get the AC fixed by August 28th. That didn't happen. Instead, on the 28th,
they told me they didn't have the money to make any repairs, and they were giving me 30 days to vacate.
Unfortunately, this tenant is in the same situation as so many other tenants. Unfortunately, Oklahoma law doesn't protect her from that.
Oh. Oklahoma law, y'all. So shout out to whoever may know about Oklahoma. So Oklahoma ain't even a state that looks like, or sounds like, I should say, that says that you can't willy-nilly just put somebody out. Like, the air conditioner is not working. Why are we kicking her out? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I guess over in Oklahoma, people need to go ahead and get some property over in Oklahoma, clearly. And you can do whatever, you can wild out over there.
I thought I was doing everything right to get this issue fixed. Now we have to vacate because I was trying to do right and make the house livable.
Nice nose ring, hun. Where that baby daddy at, girl? Where that baby well, let me say daddy's at. Shout out to LJ, who said the summer months in Oklahoma are June, July, and August. All right. And Oklahoma summers are typically hot and dry, with temperatures often reaching the upper 90s and occasionally exceeding 100 degrees. Well, shout out to them. So they're very similar to us, except we get humidity over here on the East Coast. So she's the same as us. So really, it's only 3 to 4 months out of the year. And then the rest of it, you don't need damn air conditioning anyway. But he said, get the F out. And it looks like Oklahoma said, we don't give a damn. Go and throw it up.
And make the house livable.
Is it right or wrong? It certainly feels immoral to me that the tenants have all of the harm that comes from these situations. It's just unfortunate that landlords cannot be held responsible when the law requires them to make these repairs and they don't do it. The only thing that happens is the tenant is forced to move out.
To complicate things, Brandy's family is low income. Since October.
All right, you colors get a break today because it looks like Ace says, Brads and Chads in Oklahoma, SYCW. Shout out to the white men up in here. SYCWM. Okay. Now they are low income. Girl, where that baby daddy's at? Where your husband at? That's the real question. This is why I can't be a reporter. This is why I cannot. They will be kicking me out all the time.
Complicate things, Brandy's family is low income. Since October, they've been on Tulsa Housing Authority's wait list for a Section 8 voucher.
I contacted THA and was told, unfortunately, there's not a way to move her closer to the top of the wait list.
Uh-oh. She waiting. Waiting on the Section 8 list. Listen. I know you biatches who are listening are so happy to see a white woman that's low income with 5 kids as a single mom, child. And no one said that they didn't exist. I know they do. I watch TikTok. Okay. I'm not white. Let me just keep telling y'all that. I don't know why you always try and compare something to white people. I'm not white. But let me just say, she ain't got no husband. She ain't nobody talking about her baby daddies. She's sitting around waiting on Section 8. Good luck with that, child. So why is it that after the first baby that you thought you should have a second one, that you thought that you should have a third one, that you thought that you should have a fourth one, that you thought you should have a fifth one, and now you're getting kicked out knowing that you live in Oklahoma, where it seems like you can do whatever the hell it is that you want? Is Oklahoma a Republican state, y'all? Because, child, they said, you want to complain? Get the F out. You and your kids. Now they thought that over an air conditioner that you was going to get moved up on the Section 8 list. And if you get on the Section 8 list and you think that you get the air conditioners fixed for whatever the reason, just because you want Section 8, you don't. So shout out to Decline Management to confirm that kind of makes sense. Then that kind of makes sense, right? They said, we don't give a damn, go and throw it up. Figure the F out. And the landlord said, oh, you want to complain? You and your kids can get the F out. You ain't got no empathy or sympathy for her either. Like, I think it's Jay Gray or somebody was saying, Miss Monkey Management, you ain't secure a man, you ain't secure a husband. Child, you certainly can bump out them kids. Just all willy-nilly. It's the same single mama shit. Using wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Same crap, different biatch, child. Keep hope alive, girl. Keep hope alive.
As applications are pulled from the wait list based on when the application was submitted. So,
I asked how many are currently on the wait list and was told
the total applications across all of our wait lists for vouchers and our property.
Goodbye. Goodbye, 69,000. Shout out to Oklahoma Homer. 69,000 people waiting. Just, I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting. We know that New York has more, but this is just Oklahoma Home, and the odds are it's mostly white people. I'm just saying, allegedly. So single momism does not know race. It is what it is. They gonna do it no matter what. Not that we haven't seen it. We got plenty of videos about single moms too, child. Keep hope alive, child. Keep hope alive, child. We're on six kid while you waiting.
Is around 69,000 currently. So Brandy's now contacting agencies like Housing Solutions and Restore Hope Ministries to see if they can help her find a new place on very short notice. If she can't find a place to move her family that quickly, the landlord can initiate eviction proceedings.
If they get an eviction,
child, we need this across all 50 states. We need this across all 50 states, child. All of them. You gonna get that. You either act right or you get the F out. That's it. That's all. Anyway, what do I know?
And on their record, it'll make it harder for them to find new housing. It'll make it nearly impossible for them to get into subsidized housing. And this family really has no options. They are facing homelessness.
Legal Aid's Eric Hallett says Oklahoma's legislature has had many opportunities in recent years to give tenants more protection from this kind of harm, but has not passed the measures. In Tulsa, I'm Kathy Tatum.
Child, just move to California or move to Dalton, Illinois. Shit, you ain't shit, Prince. Shout out to everyone who is still here. Let's go to New York. Speaking of New York, y'all, let's go to New York. Bronx woman, shout out to the BX, finally gets relief after living with wall-to-wall mold.
Tonight, there's finally relief for a woman who's been living with wall-to-wall mold in her home for months. Bronx reporter Shosh Bedrosian first showed us this apartment back in May. Crews finally showed up to clean it up this week, but the tenant is telling us she's already developed health problems. Shosh went back to West Farms and has her story tonight.
It's been about 2.5 months since we last visited this apartment here on Crotona Parkway, with molds crawling from the ceiling to the floorboards. Finally, the problem is being fixed. Let's take a look inside.
The mold is still in the room, and you still can smell the mold.
Child, this is fixed. Hold on.
The mold is still in the room, and you still can smell the mold.
Since March, Vernisa DePaul has been dealing with this.
This is the mold.
It is hard to fathom breathing in mold for nearly 4 months, watching your bedroom decay and rot as it grows from wall to wall. DePaul says she's now dealing with the repercussions.
The lung infection came from the mold, from what my doctor said. They did a test in my blood.
CBS News New York first told you DePaul's story back in late May when she contacted us for help.
It was a water damage. The pipes bust, and it came from the whole bedroom.
After our story aired, HPD upgraded a previous violation for the visible mold condition.
I want to appreciate you for contacting HPD 100% and putting the pressure on them.
On Thursday, a crew came to remove this eyesore by demolishing the walls and floorboards. DePaul's management is doing something, but it should have never taken this long.
I feel like I've been held back. I just feel they should have never left me in a health hazard place this long.
Management on site tells
Oh my God, I can't do it. So, John, let me just say, a lot of people think that. A lot of people think that I'm mean and I'm uncaring. I am definitely unsympathetic to most of these situations because they are self-inflicted. They're self-inflicted. I understand that people have issues. There's a certain population that are downtrodden and maybe can't do some things. But too many of these people on daggone TV are people who can do something about their situation. They help put themselves in that situation. And many of these people that are talking about these landlords and what they're doing, these people don't even read their own damn leases. They don't read their own damn landlord-tenant agreement, because it tells you everything that you need to know. People just out here moving in life. They don't know what the hell it is that they're doing. I'm going to be nice. I'm not coming for you. I'm really not coming for you. I just want to address this because, excuse me. Listen, Oklahoma is special. I didn't know nothing about Oklahoma. They can do it however they do it. But in a normal place, which I'll just say Democratic ran state, they don't even go to the damn court to file a damn thing. And that is the minimum that you need to do in order to stop any of this process. That's why every single time that I've ever taken anyone to get evicted, I already knew I was going to win because they didn't do their minimal part. They just think they're going to come in there with a sob story and a judge will go ahead and grant them what it is that they want. But if the judge follows the law, it says that I have a requirement as a landlord, they have a requirement as a tenant, and the tenant never seems to know their requirement. It is not my job to teach them. It is not any other landlord's job to teach them, because then not one person taught me. I figured out how to be a landlord by reading. I figured out how to be a landlord by reading the landlord-tenant agreement. I figured out how to manage property from reading books. There used to be series, excuse me, y'all. There used to be a series back in the day of books called Dummy's Guide to and fill in the blank. See, here's the difference between some of us and others of us. Reading is fundamental. RIF. I learned that as a child. So I will go to Barnes and Nobles or Borders books. Love to spend time in. Oh my God, I love to spend time in Borders books. I would take my kids. We would be in there all day. They had a thing for kids. They would read, and everybody would get to take a book home. And so I read up on it. And I'm not saying that I'm the smartest. Y'all already know I only got an associate's degree, child, and I didn't get that till I was 30 some odd years old. I am not the brightest bulb in the bunch. But what I do know is if I don't go find it, ain't nobody gonna bring it and give it to me. And if I taught my kids that, my mother taught that to me, and hopefully they will teach it to their grandkids. We cannot sit around as Black people and continue to blame somebody else for things that we have complete and total control over. There's no way. How did this place get to look like that? Either one, it looked like that to begin with, or two, something happened there, and then instead of following the landlord-tenant agreement to get the F on up out of there, she just stayed. I'm tired of people trying to say able-bodied adults that say that they were forced to do anything. You are not forced to do anything. You do what you want to do in order to get what it is that you want and get to where it is that you want to get to. What I'm not going to continue to do, let me rephrase, what I'm not going to continue to do is allow these dumb stories, because these reporters will take advantage of anything that y'all, Black, white, or indifferent, say to make it seem like poor put upon woman. How is it in 1 second women are strong, independent, don't need a man, and in a second, every single person we've seen today was a woman? Every single person that we have seen today was a woman on TV talking about it's not right, it's not fair, or white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. All of them. So they bear no responsibility whatsoever. Then wonder why they have problems in relationships. There's no accountability at any point, anywhere in life. Anywhere. And now it's Donald Trump's fault. It's Kamala's fault. I ain't even gonna put them on the hook for it. It's your fault. It's your fault. Get up, get out, and get it while you can. It's always wait until the problem is here. I'm telling you, most of the people from the pandemic who weren't paying rent, who weren't paying mortgages, thought that that was going to last forever. And that is a part of why we also are where we are. Because they just thought that Joe or Trump, whoever the fuck it was going to just continue to say, you don't have to pay, you don't have to pay. We've watched too many evictions where they had the TVs and the cars and everything else that everybody was buying up during the time they should have been taking advantage of saving, calming the fuck down, buckling down, and learning and taking the situation seriously to say, life is too short. I got to buckle down and get my shit together for my kids at minimum. All these people got kids, and that's supposed to move somebody. I'm not going to be moved by other people's kids when you don't care about your kids and your situation. Why should I? If you don't care, why should I? If you let somebody get you pregnant 5 times and you didn't have a plan and you didn't get a good man and you didn't get married and y'all didn't buy a house together, why should I care? If you got 9 kids and now you're getting put out and you didn't get help from your baby daddies, but you went to the media and I'm supposed to care? You didn't get a solidify shit. You didn't solidify a thing. That's your responsibility, not mine. That's not cruelty. That's reality. Reality is all these people talking about you need to vote for Kamala because she black are all rich people. They care about their green. And guess what? I care about mine. And if these people don't, that's their problem. But also, and this is not about John. I'm just talking in general. And also the ones that try to make it seem like it's crazy that black people want to make money. You're the problem too. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong. If we ain't doing it illegally, I don't understand why y'all got a problem with it. But these are the same people saying anybody that supports Trump or is a Republican is a coon for $1,200. That's how low vibrational stupid you are by saying that dumb shit. One don't equate to the other. You got Venezuelan migrants taking over. It sounds like a whole damn town. And you got your stupid ass mayor up there talking about it's not really a problem. And your governor up there saying it's the media that makes it look a lot more. Imagine if that's where you live and they said that shit. Would y'all be okay with that? Would that fly with you? They'll be reelected again. They'll be reelected again. Just like the most in Chicago. Watch in Chicago. Whoever it is that's the most liberal on crime is the one that will get elected in place of Kim Foxx. I promise you, regardless of all the crime that they see, regardless of all the migrant situations, regardless of the terrorizing going on in the neighborhood, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and anticipate that I don't remember who it is, but that the one that's more liberal is who they will vote for. I promise you they will. And will still say, oh my God, the crime, do something about it. You didn't do nothing, blah, 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 blah. Wash, rinse, repeat. Child, finish this dumb story up.
CBS News New York, they weren't aware of the HPD violations because they took over the building in June.
These landlords always want rent. But how you going to want rent if you not do the repairs and then it's like y'all trying to kill me at the most?
And Shosh joins me now. That is some tough living right there. So what's the latest on the apartment unit and what's the city agency saying about all this?
So right now the demolition for those walls and the floors are underway. And so HPD says the hazard class assigned to some of these violations have since been upgraded. That's because the owner has failed to take steps to actually fix the problem. And now over the last few months, HPD says they have tried to gain access to this apartment to fix it. And they're going to continue to do so as well.
We know you'll keep an eye on this one. Thanks so much, Shosh. And as you saw there, Shosh is committed to staying on top.
Yes, Shosh, however you say your name. Stay committed, child. Stay committed, child. One more, and then I'm done with this, y'all. We going on 2.5, a little over 2.5 hours. Y'all, we are in the ATL.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Shout out to TLA. Tenants at Griffin apartment complex forced out of their homes after inspection.
Spalding County families have now been forced out of their apartments because of poor housing conditions. The city of Griffin inspected all units at the Ava Park Apartments on Thursday and then revoked the certificates of occupancy for every building on that property.
So tenants are now wondering what is going to be next for them. 11 Alive Teresa Bowles was there as residents reluctantly moved into hotels.
Ava Park tenants
didn't give us time to do anything.
Forced out of their homes abruptly Thursday, they say, with no long-term plan of what's next for them.
Look at the families. They don't have nowhere to go.
Enough.
Well, we finally got a man on here. finally got a man on here. Okay, so you ladies got 99 times 1% going on. Shout out to Virginia. I appreciate your support, hon. She says my daughter votes along with me, research and vote. Girl, don't that mean you'd have to read? I'm just playing. Oh, nice to say it won't get done. They'll be led by Roland, Ricky, D.L. Hughley, and the rest, and say that everything is racist and voting Kamala, and then we'll still be complaining.
Pressure to move tenant Clifford Hamilton to tears. He figured this day was coming as he's been trying to expose conditions here for some time with a petition.
I started talking to my neighbors. They had even worse problems than I had. I broke down because we shouldn't have to live that.
The city of Griffin agreed when a spokesperson says Griffin Housing Authority got a hold of Hamilton's over 30 signatures. It brought to light the deplorable conditions tenants feel were being swept under the rug. City staff.
Child, does this shirt say property staff? What are you doing, sir? It says property staff. It says property staff. This is what the staff is doing. Shout out to Big Tiff. This is what the staff is doing. Is this the staff member that's not getting paid over there in Dalton, child? Child, just go move to Dalton. They help you out with everything. Everything.
Were being swept under the rug. City staff showed up last Thursday to inspect all 80 units.
They brought a crime scene van out here, pulled stuff out of the office. That's when I know it's real serious.
But it's the seriousness afterward that left residents feeling hopeless. The city revoked occupancy for all buildings, effectively closing Ava Park. Many of these units completely boarded up with the utilities cut off, forcing residents to move out with no air.
I feel like we saw this before, not this actual one. Remember the place where they kind of just turned everything off and boarded it up and people were inside of the boards? Where do we live, y'all? Where do we live? This is crazy. Everything, everybody, every place, everything is crazy here in the United States.
Forcing residents to move out with no air.
Y'all just not coming July 25th and telling us, oh, this is not livable, but we've been making complaints to y'all for years. So they basically just hiding their hand.
Sir Nadia Richmond says she had to uproot her children and move to the temporary housing being provided to her.
It ain't even about being comfortable. It's just about us having a roof over our head for now, but it's definitely not a long-term thing we can do.
A city representative says HUD will be responsible for permanent housing, but no word on a plan. And property owners.
HUD will be responsible, no word on a plan. But make sure you get that AKA into office, child.
Well, it's just about us having a roof over our head for now, but it's definitely not a long-term thing we can do.
A city representative says HUD will be responsible for permanent housing, but no word on a plan. And property owners, millennia, have yet to respond to 11 Alive. In the meantime, Richmond, fed up with the uncertainty, wants to uncover it all in court.
Come together and do a class action lawsuit against Millennial. We're not letting up.
So on July 12th, the city sent a letter to Millennial Housing Management telling them to clean up the property, which the city considers a public nuisance. The city gave them until July 31st to respond with their plans to make those repairs. The property owners must now submit their plans to fix any code violations.
New at 6, South Florida's condo.
All righty then. Save this one for another day, child. Just went right up in there. Good luck to those people, child. Good luck to those people. And I stand by what I said. We are all responsible for our own lives, what path we take, and anybody can come on hard times. Anybody can come on hard times. I'm not saying that that is not true. But sometimes we do our own selves a disservice thinking that somebody else is going to come save us because they're not. And when I say have a plan A, B, C, and D, I mean having a plan A, B, C, and D. But too many of us, shout out to everybody who is here, but I'm talking to you colors, want to play and have fun and enjoy life and live it up and be on our backs, have a bunch of kids. Then all of a sudden, oh, I need some help. I should get married. And then you run into another bum after another bum after another bum. Then you're getting kicked out and blah, 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 blah. But you know, it's the people who might be Republican-ish who are the real coons because they got $1,200 as these people wait for HUD and wait for the government and wait for the mayor and the governor of Colorado to act and all this other foolishness that we didn't seen accumulated over the last 2 to 3 years that we've been talking about it, child. But what the hell do I know? I don't know shit, child. I tell you what, I do know what I do know. What I don't know, I will tell you. I don't know if Georgia is Democratic. I see you asking that question. I feel like the whole state is more Republicanish, and like the only Democratic part is Georgia, which is why Trump called down there like a jackass, trying to find 1,100 votes or however the number was. But, child, I don't know. Shout out to RBN. I'm scared with the last super chat. Thank you so much, honey. He said that man was crying because he was in there tagging those single moms for $40 a pop. I tell you. RBN gives no breaks whatsoever. Y'all think I'm bad. RBN gives no breaks at all, child. I cannot with you. Thank you so much, hon. Shout out to all of you that were here today. If you're on replay, appreciate all of your support. Shout out to all the channel members and the mods. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I got to be honest with y'all. I'm not sure about tomorrow. I might need to take a break while we get ready I'll do a show on Labor Day for sure. And of course, Big Tiff on Tuesday. So those are 2 shows that are definitely coming up. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you all in the next one.
You got on y'all breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook.
Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty, thighs. Breast, booty.